Welcome to the Vault Excel. Hope you all are well, having a wonderful weekend. Check out my movie for this weekend, Writer's Retreat, now free on Tubi. Let's get down to business. First source is news for Tucson. Latest information pertaining to Nancy Guthrie, KVOA.
You about gloves found in this investigation. Tonight we spoke exclusively to a Tucson couple speaking out for the first time, saying they found a glove that appeared to have blood on it. So here's a look at the glove that they shared with us. They say they found it less than a mile from Nancy Guthrie's home last week around 10 p.m. February 11th. And that was the same day investigators later confirmed they had found another glove, the one that we know has now been tested and run through CODIS. The couple who asked not to show their faces tells me they were driving slowly down Campbell with a flashlight as they were helping out with the search when they spotted what looked like a black glove. They say a second glove was found less than 10 feet away. They say they did not touch either. They tell me they first called the FBI tip line. They were on hold for 45 minutes. When they got through, they say the FBI took the location. They took their information. They thanked them for the tip, and then they told them they would note it, but could not guarantee someone would respond that night. So then they called the sheriff's department, and they say they were told to leave the gloves in place and that someone would respond. Concerned about rain in the forecast, which we know eventually did come, they say they then called 911. They described multiple investigators responding very quickly, questioning them and remaining in that area till about 2 a.m. So now, 9 days later, they wonder whether the gloves that you're seeing right here are connected to the ones that we told you that are being tested. The sheriff's department got back to us. They say they cannot confirm at this time whether these specific gloves are part of the evidence. They say detectives and agents have collected multiple gloves from the area, and that analysis is ongoing as part of the investigation. The FBI has not got back to us.
Okay, everybody, that is news for Tucson, KVOA. A couple were out looking, trying to help aid in the search for Nancy Guthrie, and they found bloody gloves. And not too far from one of the gloves appears to be a rock that has blood on it. So this would be very odd to me. No matter who was wearing the glove, blood not too far from the glove, blood on the glove. Did someone take a rock and use it to hit someone in the face, in the head? Very interesting information. Was it Nancy Guthrie out there being tortured, brutalized in the desert? Just asking. It's very scary information. All right, we're going to get to our next source, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend.
Night of the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. Authorities are now focusing tonight on two central pieces of evidence, including what could be that crucial DNA found in Nancy Guthrie's home. Here's our chief investigative correspondent, Aaron Petersky, from Tucson again tonight.
Tonight, 19 days into the search for Nancy Guthrie, investigators are squarely focused on the two key clues they have, including DNA found inside her home. Sources telling ABC News it's a mixture of DNA from a male and a female. They need to separate it, and they're hoping the male DNA could help lead to a potential suspect. They have said the DNA is not from a member of Guthrie's family. They also remain focused on video from the front door and on that backpack, which they know is sold at Walmart. Law enforcement sources tell ABC News Walmart is helping authorities with any receipts for that kind of backpack.
It's, hey, this backpack has been identified at, only purchased at Walmart. That'd be a pretty high.
And tonight, investigators are casting a wider net in the search for Nancy Guthrie. There's no definitive lead pointing to Mexico.
Ayer tuvimos comunicación.
But tonight, officials in Sonora that borders Arizona say they're in touch with the FBI and ready to help. That's the entrance to Mexico. We're a little more than an hour's drive from Nancy Guthrie's home. If she was taken here, it's It's a quick and easy trip across the border. A group of mothers who search for the missing in Mexico are now helping to spread the word. ABC News was given access to the 911 call center where tips are coming in.
Is this in regards to the Nancy Guthrie case?
They remain hopeful someone will recognize the man who walked up to Nancy Guthrie's front door, turned around, and grabbed brush to put in front of the doorbell camera. That 19 days in, someone will say, "I think I know him."
When those tips dry up, this case goes cold. We believe somebody out there knows who did this. We need that person to call us.
It was a combination of tips about that video, analysis of online searches, and other techniques that led investigators to the homes of these two men who were questioned and released. Tonight, those men are trying to clear their names. A lawyer for the man most recently detained, Luke Daly, saying in a statement Mr. Daly has no link whatsoever to Nancy Guthrie and has no information related to her kidnapping. And early on, hours after video from the front door was released, delivery driver Carlos Valenzuelos was detained and questioned too, now telling our Phoenix affiliate KNXV.
They just went with supposedly a tip they had, but they could have done things differently. They could have walked to me and asked, like, hey, what were you here? Were you? But they didn't.
Tonight, so many in this community just want answers and peace for the Guthrie family. The people who live here know the whole country is watching this case. And one longtime resident telling me they want closure for Savannah Guthrie and her siblings. The people here saying it's unimaginable what's happened to this family.
We want the end. That's all we want. We want to find out what happened to Nancy.
Tonight, David, investigators vow to keep at it. They say thousands of tips are still pouring in. So far, they've only been able to identify the suspect's backpack. They're still working to identify everything else he was wearing. David?
Aaron Petersky with us from Sun again tonight. Aaron.
All right, everybody. ABC News is the source of that information. Two men have been detained, Mr. Carlos and Mr. Daly. Both have been free, let go. What we have to ask, was everything done appropriately pertaining to the detainment of these two individuals? Were their vehicles checked, homes checked, phones seized? We learned that Carlos' phone was seized. I'm assuming that Mr. Daly's phone was seized. Perhaps mom, brother, their phone seized. What are we going to learn from phone data? Anyone having any information pertaining to these gentlemen? I must say one of the renderings that's been done pertaining to sketch artists, that second one, Mr. Daly, does favor one of the sketches that has been released. Very scary information. What's going on? I have no idea, but officials are working to get to a conclusion pertaining to Nancy Guthrie. So we have bloody gloves found near her home, blood on the glove. I saw blood on a rock. Is this related to her? What will DNA prove? What took them so long to get out there? Why wasn't there a rush to pick up the gloves? Very interesting information from this couple out and about. I'm assuming people are fearful. Heard one neighbor who is a radio host out there. He knows the family. People are on the edge. Neighbors are afraid because naturally no one has been apprehended. So that's expected, to have fear when someone has not been apprehended. And that's the scary part of this story. Besides this woman missing, DNA found outside, inside. Where is she? Suspect still at large. Did he or she have an accomplice? Number one. Okay, some of you think it's a woman, some of you think it's a man. Did they have an accomplice? I don't know why everyone keeps talking about a person needs a second person to drag out a 150-pound person. Please. There was a case of a woman who wheeled her husband down in a wheelbarrow, if I'm not mistaken, down to the edge of their backyard to set him on fire, incinerate him. And he was a very heavy, large man. So you don't have to be a heavy person to carry another heavy person. You find something to use to help you load up a human, you can. Happens all the time. What was in the backpack? Don't know. A tarp, something to use to take Mrs. Guthrie out. Did the perpetrator have another person involved? Check the polls on my community page where I ask you various questions pertaining to the who, the where, the why, the what in this storyline. Very scary information, naturally, because we don't know everything that's going on. The next source is going to be Savannah's own Company, today's show. This was uploaded 1 day ago. Thank you for your time.
For Nancy Guthrie, there have been setbacks and challenges and still no suspect. But some 400 FBI agents and sheriff deputies are still actively working the case, canvassing the city as they try to find answers to so many of the unknowns. Part of what makes this search so challenging is just how vast the area around Nancy's home is. You can get a sense of it here. Pima County is about 9,000 square miles. That is larger than the entire state of New Jersey. And a lot of it looks like this: massive mountain ranges and the Sonoran Desert that stretches for miles. But the Pima County Sheriff says the case is far from cold. They're still analyzing unknown DNA found at Nancy's home and other leads, including the suspect's backpack, gun, and what the sheriff has described as his unique-looking holster. Firearms expert John Correa says it appears to be a universal fit holster and isn't one an experienced gun owner would use.
This does not strike me as a highly trained professional. This guy's an amateur.
The search for Nancy also expanding. A missing persons group in Mexico sharing this flyer about her disappearance, although the sheriff maintains there's no evidence to suggest she was taken across the border. And many across Tucson are refusing to give up hope.
Whenever we go out, we say, okay, look for any clues or anything different as we go along that you wouldn't normally see.
Inside the county's 911 communication center, dispatchers inundated with tips. Some 50,000 tips have come in between the sheriff's department and FBI combined.
What do you think it says that you're getting so many tips about this case? I think it shows that people care.
And the dispatch manager also tells us that while they are getting tips, they're able to pass along to investigators. She says they're also getting bogged down with people calling in with everything from their theories on the case, their opinions about it, even some are giving their premonitions about the case. She asked that if you do want to call in, that you stop and think first, is this viable, credible? Is it something that an investigator can actually act upon? Craig?
Yeah, good advice there. Liz, Chris, Forster, and Tucson, Liz, thank you. Again, we want to put up the tip line once again. If you've got any information, if you've heard anything, if you've seen anything, 1-800-CALL-FBI.
All right, everybody. NBC today is the source of that information. So we're going to go over everything in the title of this video. Bloody gloves. Are they related to Nancy? Is there an accomplice? DNA inside. Is a mixture of male and female. Is it her? Somebody else? Was there another woman there? Man, what's the DNA? Blood, saliva, urine, fecal matter, semen, something from an animal, a plant. Because we have the sheriff saying there was DNA inside. So naturally, Queen went looking. Biological. Something was in there. So what was it? Blood? Did the perpetrator cut himself? I asked myself that. So I'm going to share it with you all. Did you cut yourself? 1 glove, 2 gloves? Did you cut yourself? Was she tortured? Because this is something I'm wondering when they talk about DNA. If indeed there's blood inside that doesn't belong to Mrs. Guthrie, then that means the perpetrator hurt himself. And how could he hurt himself? Because if he was stabbing the victim, he possibly cut himself. This is very scary information. What is the DNA inside? Donald Trump has sent agents out to help in this case. He's, allegedly concerned for this woman being found, and basically is now saying that it is time to talk about other issues on the news. He wants to hear of other issues. We also have Megyn Kelly putting her 2 cents in and complaining about why there's no vigil, why are they not being seen, the Guthries, why is it only Savannah being the one speaking in videos? I don't know. But Megyn, I will say you have a good point as far as the vigil, because I am also curious. Of all the cases I've seen, this is the one that has not had a prayer vigil. Now, this is bizarre to me. With all the attention for almost 3 weeks, why no prayer vigil? The church that she was attending, why haven't you all offered a prayer vigil for your faithful member? Is it because she has not been attending? You didn't want to do a prayer vigil? Because sometimes the church people, they can be spiteful too, I'm just saying. Why no prayer vigil? Why haven't the family gotten together with the public to do a prayer vigil? This is a very, very important question. Thank you, Miss Kelly. She's been bitching and moaning and ranting about the ladies over there, them wanting her job and wanting to step up and take her place. The point is, she will always have a job somewhere. So whether she goes back to NBC, they let her go, however you want to word it, she's talented. She'll work somewhere. Kind of like you, Megan. You were saying not such nice things on NBC, and that's why the fuck you don't have no job. And you're an independent podcaster. Be very careful. See, some people don't think. And Megan, you might want to slow your roll because this woman has a whole mother missing. And we definitely wouldn't want anything to happen to you with all this gossiping on your podcast. I'm just saying. Why no vigil? Guthrie, do you have an answer? Why are you all not having a prayer vigil for the mother? Why aren't you seeing more? This is the complaint from Miss Megan. Why aren't you seeing more? Frankly, why would a person want to be seen and their mother is missing? Let's be truthful now. If this is about Savannah Guthrie and her pocket change, why would she want to be an open target? That's the reason why I said this is a very dire situation, because one, we don't really know what the hell's going on, the who, the where, the why, what the motive. So frankly, if somebody is out to get me by taking my mother, then why would I be visible? So Megan, have some compassion, because in the end, this isn't you, this isn't your story, and this ain't your mama missing. Checkmate. So is anybody out there want to pray for the lady? I'm just saying. Is there anybody out there that wants to pray for Mrs. Guthrie? 3 weeks, no prayer vigil? That is strange, and I will admit that. Megan also wants you all on the ground looking and searching. Why aren't you searching? Well, a lot of times they don't want you searching. They don't want the immediate family searching. We've heard that with a lot of missing persons cases, especially dealing with children. The law officials prefer that the family not search. And I think you know why they wouldn't want you searching. Just in case you are involved, you won't be out there tampering with stuff. Is this woman alive? Is she alive? Is she in the desert? Is she in Mexico? I don't think she's in Mexico. What fool's going to take her over the border? Whether there's security or not, going in, coming back, I don't really care. The point is, why do it? Why risk riding somebody around for hours? For what? It's not to say it hasn't been done, but the point is, why take her over there? You're in the desert, for God's sake. And whether you're in the city, rural Iowa, anybody can be disposed of anywhere, anyhow. Let's stay woke now. And as somebody said, wouldn't you want to hurry up and get rid of her? Because I don't think you're really holding on to her, the person who got rid of her. And now I have to wonder myself, is this torture for the family? You took the woman for some devious reason, got rid of her. She is not alive. And you got rid of her as not to be found, to torture the family. This isn't about money. As one ex-FBI agent said, this could be just about ideology. Somebody that was fantasizing about Savannah, wanted to be with her, liked her, in love. And this was the closest he could get to her is by taking her mother. Maybe kept the mother for a while, talked to the mother, and then tired of the mother and realized he couldn't get close to Savannah. Well, let's just say that's true. Savannah is on soil now. So if indeed this person wanted to be close to Savannah, she's walking around somewhere. She's there. Not saying I want this person to reach out and touch her, but you understand what I'm saying. If this is about ideology, stalker fan, she's in Arizona. What is the motive? See, this goes back to what I've been saying in my past lives. You got to know these people. You have to know Nancy. You have to know Savannah. You have to know the sister. You have to know the brother. You have to know their temperament. Is this revenge against somebody? And they use the mother as bait to get back at them. Oh, I know they're close to their mother, so I'll take their mother to hurt them. Is that the motive? Is it actually ransom? Is it sexual assault? Somebody saw her, fantasize, sick sensation, fascination with elderly women. I don't know. Frankly, I don't know where this is going. And all these ransom notes, TMZ, we're tired of you. You've gotten your 5 minutes of fame. It's time to sit on down, let it go. And all you people calling the 911 number, let me talk to you all. Why do you all do this? Every time somebody goes missing, you just have to call to tell them what you heard, what you saw, what the voice in your head told you, what the crystal ball said, what the tarot card said. I'm a psychic. You know, we have more psychics than we have pastors and preachers. You remember a long time ago, every time you turned around, somebody was telling you that they're a preacher. I'm going to go in numerical order. I've heard I'm a preacher, I'm a nurse, and now the newest thing is I'm a psychic. What do you do for a living? I'm a psychic. And what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a nurse. What do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a pastor. So the nurse ain't went to nursing school, the pastor ain't went to theologian school, and the psychic, well, I'll let you fill that in. And the YouTubers, let's talk about you all. There have been some people out here complaining about you all. One YouTuber in particular, two rather. They're always in the midst of bullshit when it comes to missing people, always wanting to be seen, law enforcement involved, asking you to move along. This is something you stupid motherfuckers don't seem to understand. You are on a public street. They don't own the street. The city, the county owns the street, okay? So therefore, people are tired of looking at, one, law enforcement. They're tired of looking at law enforcement. They're sick of the news. They're sick of people gawking. And they're sick of you coming along, trying to find a place to park, camp, put up your umbrella and your damn tripod and your camera. And you can't get mad because nobody's doing it at your house, your apartment, your trailer. So why do you feel it's okay for you to come and go out there to Arizona or wherever the latest story is going to be and camp out? People don't understand that. And as Brian Eden has said, some of the people have left. He doesn't want to leave. He doesn't want anyone to forget about the story. I don't think many of us are going to forget about the story, but it's true. There are other people missing. There is other breaking news. It's not being cruel. It's not being mean. It is what it is. You're talking about almost 3 weeks. Tomorrow will be exactly 21 days. This woman allegedly went missing from Arizona. You have to call a spade a spade. She has gotten worldwide attention. Everybody can't stay in Arizona on the ground to report the case. Eventually, they do have to move on to other stories. So that's hint, hint, hint. Maybe something some of you YouTubers, TikTokers need to do. Get your ass on somewhere. I think some of you like drama. Have you not noticed that with some of these YouTubers? They like being the center of attention. That lets me know that some of you really don't have a life. That if it wasn't for YouTube, you are just fucked up. Literally. You ain't got nothing going for yourself. And some of you love egging them on. Get out there, get out there. We want to see. Oh, I've noticed that with missing children. I want to see this person. I want to see that person. Well, why don't you get in your little car and put your full tank of gas in your car and go where these people are hanging out and you can see for yourself? Because frankly, the only thing that they're showing is Nancy's house. And I'm sick of the video of the perpetrator playing with the Nest camera. I'm tired of looking at that. You know why I'm tired of looking at it? Because he's still walking around free. That's why I'm tired of looking at it. And the fact that he's hurt this lady. He hurt her inside. There's no telling what he did to her. And that's the scary part. And as one YouTuber said on his network, they probably do have video of him bringing her out. But they're not going to show that because that would be violating Mrs. Guthrie's right. And I don't think we should be seeing somebody bring out a battered woman on video. That wouldn't be nice. And I don't think the family would appreciate seeing that video played over and over and over and over again, because that would be a lot to digest. Because right now, sitting here trying to figure out where your mom is, how did she get in this position, why she's in this position, seeing blood here, there, whatever was inside, that's a lot to digest. So let me ask this question for whoever entered into Nancy's house, because some people are still asking the basic questions, which they should ask. How did you all get in her house? Did you go in an open door, such as the back door? How did the perpetrator get in? Did he pick the lock? I say he picked the lock, or somebody gave him a key. Did Nancy give keys out to her children? Now, just because she's older doesn't mean she wants people to have a key to her house. I know a lot of old people, they don't want nobody having a key to their damn house. They feel like you can have a key when I'm dead. So did any of her children have a key to her house? Some of you believe that some of her children are involved. So could it be that when she got dropped off, the son unlocked the door, daughter unlocked the door, and then we hear she wore a hearing aid? Somebody said that in the chat. Don't know if that's true or not. It's amazing how you all come up with all these things, but yet it's not stuff we're hearing from the news or the Guthries. I'm just saying. I don't really like all that gossip. I've told you that. That's not my type of hype. I don't like spreading that stuff because these stories are serious. You know, this isn't a game show. This isn't Monopoly. This isn't Connect Four. This isn't Charlie Brown. This is serious. So when you start coming in with all this extra stuff that is not verified by the police, FBI, I don't really like spreading it. Okay? Hello, everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining me. How did the perpetrator get in? Did he use a key, pick the lock? It's obviously went through the back door, as one young guy showed on his channel. He didn't break out the glass, so that means he had to pick the lock, or he had a key, or Nancy forgot to lock the door. Those are your options. Did he have help? Don't know. Did he have an accomplice? Don't know. Other cameras. Next camera in the back. She had a camera on the back of that building, I believe that pool house, guest house. And then there's a camera on the front of the building. So somebody should be having some extra footage of Nancy coming out and the perpetrator going in. Will we see one or the other? I don't know. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to put it on my poll. Feel free to take the polls. Is it time to start talking about something else? Because even though Trump allegedly has sent other agents over to Arizona, it doesn't mean they're going to stop investigating just because it's not talked about every day on the news. Let's make that clear. Agents, sheriff are going to still be working the case. You're just not going to be hearing about it every 5 seconds. And Fox News has been on the money, I must say. So, do you think it's time to pull reporters off this story and on to some other places? Because we do have some other people missing. We've got world news. We're still at war with these crazy ass foreigners. There's always something going on. The OG mama, how you doing, babe? This case is so confusing to me. I don't even understand any of it. Been a week from hell almost. Hope your day is well. It is, and thank you for asking. Will I have any takers during this live stream? Anybody that wants to join the queen, just run your little finger up to the top of the page and hit that HTTPS StreamYard link and come on up here and join me. I have opened the StreamYard for your enjoyment so people can hear your opinion and not have the queen talking for hours on end. Please join me. Check out my last live pertaining to Nancy. I have a few that I've done, 40 names, photos. And yes, 40 names, photos distributed to gun shops, Walmart, to see if anyone looks familiar in these photos. Bought a gun, bought a holster, bought the backpack, bought the jacket. Do they have any leads so far on that information? That's the latest, everybody. Coming from Arizona. Got a few people watching. Thank you for engaging with me on this wonderful Saturday. It was a wonderful Saturday here in the high 10. And Queen hasn't gotten out, but she will be making some moves the first of the year. Amen. God has truly blessed the queen to be in a better situation than she's been in the past year. And I want to thank God for the blessing. Amen. Amen. This should be a very prosperous year. Well, just like I told you all, why I don't like talking about true crime every day is, for one, I don't like having to keep up with the content. It's always something such as this. And as I said, when I came to YouTube, that wasn't my criteria for coming here. It was really to just chop it up about basic things, talk to different people, share different stories, commentary, different breaking news, but not to just stay on a subject day for day. That's basically what I've done with this case. And the last time I talked about a case relentlessly, it's been a few years. Summer Wells, Sebastian Rogers, Camille McKinney, Cupcake, and it takes a toll on you. And as I did last night, I had a very terrible dream last night where I dreamt a very horrific event, which leads me to believe what the person did to me in the dream makes me think perhaps that is what was done to Nancy Guthrie. And let me say, it is very violent what I dreamt last night of myself. And I do believe it's because naturally I'm going to bed, listening to this, waking up every 20, 30 minutes, hitting the play button, scrolling the next video. And obviously my subconscious was not kind to me. I dreamt a very violent dream. And I even dreamt I had a pacemaker after the event that took place. And I even dreamt of my grandmother who's dead. She was in the dream. She was bringing me things to the hospital, just craziness. And I was like, Queen, you've got to stop watching this because now you're starting to dream this craziness. But even in the dream, I'm wondering if perhaps what I dreamt was done to me was done to Nancy, because I do believe I was thinking about that before falling asleep. Was she stabbed? That is my question. Was Nancy Guthrie stabbed? Because let's say the blood in the front of the house is her coughing it up. That could come from a stab wound, plural. You start to cough up blood. If you're shot, same thing. This is crazy to me. Now those gloves found by a couple, and as I said, just not even a foot or two away from the glove was a rock that had blood on it. It looked like blood. So perhaps somebody took somebody out there and they hit them over the head with a rock, possibly more than one time. Let me talk to the perpetrator for just a second. Did you take that lady out there, hit her with the rock, and then removed your gloves? Went off into the early morning, your merry way? Well, let me tell you this, Mr. Perpetrator. If indeed you left those gloves, you hit her with that rock, honey, your DNA is inside of the gloves. You're not very bright, as we saw from the video of you down with those bushes. You are not very bright. And if you were hired to do this, you're not very bright. You had some fascination with her or Annie, Savannah. You are not very bright. Hello, Lorraine. This is serious business. You have stolen a human. And God forbid you have done the worst. You're going to die. You're going to die over there in a nice little comfortable prison cell. And also, Mr. Trump wants you to know that whomever is found guilty of this crime, such as murder, you will be receiving the death penalty. And they are putting laws into action as I speak pertaining to the death penalty. So, sir, ma'am, y'all, them, those, you unalive this lady, you're going to get a needle to the arm, the firing squad, however they want to give it to you. And this is why I always tell myself, in the end, these dodo birds out here need to realize whatever hatred you have for another human, animosity, you might want to think about it. Now, some of you will say, well, Queen, I'll do whatever I want to do if it's about my kid or my mama. To each his own. But if you are out here randomly stalking victims, breaking in houses, torturing people, unaliving them, dumping them in rivers, waters, wherever, you are going to get the bang in certain states, honey. It ain't just going to be you get a little cot and a blanket, 3 meals a day, a couple of love letters from some old wackadoos. Some states will put you down like a rabid dog, such as this wonderful state I'm in, Tennessee. We will put you down here. You know how we Southerners are. We're just so spiteful and hateful. We're so spiteful and hateful. I tell anybody, don't do nothing down here in the South. Don't even blink. Old ways. Georgia's a cruel state. But then the flip side, you'll see these crimes they commit. They give them a bond. They let them walk free. So it's like a double-edged sword. Is Nancy alive? Are there more accomplices? Whose DNA is that in her home? Will this case continue to be on breaking news? Why has there not been a vigil pertaining to this lady? Why are you people calling and worrying these 911 operators? You know the damn sheriff is small. Please stop doing that. You all have got to stop intervening in things that don't concern you. I've told my fans that over the years. Some people don't like it, but I have to say it because I agree with the news. You are a hindrance. You're not helping. If you're not helping with something you actually saw in Arizona, you're not helping. Nobody cares about your dream. Nobody cares about what you think happened. They can't sit up here and hold a 30-minute conversation with you about what you think happened to Nancy Guthrie, who you think did something to her. Come on. You know better than that. You're too old for that. You're wasting somebody's time. Time that somebody else could be calling and getting some information in that could be viable, relatable, substantial. My crystal ball told me her son-in-law did it. Her and that daughter, him and that daughter did it. They took her out of there and took her somewhere and threw her out in the desert. Just stop it, okay? Let's act like adults. Where is this case going? Lord have mercy. It's terrible. I have a taker. Oh, Charity. Hello.
Yeah.
How are you? Charity, I'm sorry I didn't see you there. How you doing, baby?
I'm all right. I'm really confused.
Where you calling me from? Where you calling me from, baby?
Tennessee.
Okay, I just want to make sure sometimes I forget, so don't mind me. All right, roll with it. First, tell me this, because we're gonna go in order, okay? Is she alive? Hello?
You want my instincts?
No. I said we're gonna go in order. You got to tell me, is she alive or not?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know. You have not thought about if she's alive or not.
I've thought about it. I think she's alive, like intuitively.
Okay, no, just tell me, where do you think she is, babe?
Kentucky.
And why would she be in Kentucky?
I have no idea. I don't know.
No, I want to ask you something, because now that you bring that up, I'm going to tell you something pertaining to Kentucky. So just tell me why you thought Kentucky.
Because there's different Guthries, I found out.
Yes, there are.
Yeah.
Okay. That all you got?
I'm thinking I'm never going to go to sleep watching cases again. I'll tell you that.
Well, let's talk about the Kentucky theory. I was doing some reading about Annie, and in her conversations about she's being interviewed by somebody, Kentucky came up. They came from miners. So they do have a lineage, to Kentucky. So I don't know if you heard that or not. If not, that's very interesting that you would bring that up. Hello?
It's weird.
It's weird. Okay. Go ahead. Give me your instincts.
No, the case has just been weird. It's all that comes up on my phone.
Okay. Do you want to stop hearing about it?
Well, I'm just not listening, right? That's what you suggested. Just don't listen when you're sleeping.
No, but I'm saying, do you want to stop hearing about the case? Is what I'm saying.
Oh, I think so. Yeah. It's probably for the best because it's taken a toll.
Okay. Okay. Well, tell me what is bothering you about the case.
Just wondering, like, there was somebody, um, I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's somebody that I met that just came out of nowhere into our lives that's dating my son. And it's just weird. They're not related or anything like that. But the patterns, and I'm like, well, maybe that's because I'm listening to this when I'm going to bed all last week, listening to you and listening to the interview room. And your mind, wanders.
Okay. Well, since you've opened Pandora's box, can you enlighten us?
Your mind just wanders.
Like what, Charity?
Um,
You're wondering about this guy that your daughter met?
my son,
Oh, I'm sorry.
supposedly. Yeah.
Wait. Slow down. Your son met somebody?
Mm-hmm. She's supposed to be a
You know,
girl, though.
what do you mean supposed to be a girl?
Well, I'm not sure. I know. That's what I'm saying. I shouldn't be talking. I shouldn't be letting these things out of my head.
Okay, I'm confused. He met a girl. Have you met the girl?
I did, yes.
Yes. Does she look like a girl?
Mm, no, not really.
Your son, he isn't gay or bisexual, is he?
I'm not. I haven't had time to talk to him. He hasn't come back yet where I could talk to him privately. And I don't want to be rude or hurtful,
Okay, I don't understand where we're going with this now. Is your son gay or bisexual or trans?
Not that I know of.
Okay, so why do you have reservations about the girl? I'm confused at what you're saying.
Well, they met at a trans event. Well, we've never had that conversation for me to even ask.
Okay. Well, now. Okay. So let me ask you something. What are the features of the girl?
Feminine, face, but the rest of her is not feminine.
Looks masculine,
Yeah.
like stocky built.
Mm-hmm.
What color are her eyes?
They're like a crystally blue.
And her hair?
Brownish, I think.
Is it a wig?
I didn't get to see her that much.
Okay. So what are you saying? She was sitting in a car or something?
No, she was here, but we got horribly sick. She said she caught something on the flight, and we all went and we had strep throat. It's been the week from hell. You know how it is with kids.
Okay. So where is she from? I don't know if we're getting off the subject or what is. Where is she from? Do you know?
She said when he met her, she was living in Connecticut, but then she told me she's from New York.
Oh, okay.
It's very confusing. I sound like a Looney Tune right now. I'm sorry.
So is there something about her that's reminiscent from this case? That's where I'm trying to get an understanding of.
Yeah, that's what I mean when you're listening to stuff, right? And you're sleeping and stuff. I think it's not good.
Okay, I understand. Well, let me ask you something. Do you believe that Nancy's in Mexico?
I don't think so.
Okay. Where do you think she is?
I still say the Kentucky thing, and I know it sounds absolutely ludicrous.
Okay. What do you think happened to her? Who do you think took her out of the house?
Maybe like a grandchild?
Well, allegedly there's only one that would be of age. Why would he take her out?
Oh, that's right. I don't know.
Do you think her children are involved?
Yes, but not directly, I guess.
So then why would this grandson take her out?
Yeah,
We
no,
don't
I
even know
take
how
that back. Yeah, that
we don't
doesn't
even know
make
how old he
sense.
is. Yeah, because I don't even know how old he is if he drives or unless somebody in the chat knows. I'm not sure how old the grandson is, Annie's son.
They might have
Mhm.
thought the drool thing, that's what I was thinking in my mind, but then I stopped speculating mentally.
Wait, say that again.
Because I can't tell what's real and what's not right now on the YouTube stuff in the news. And I saw
Okay.
something about the jewels next door, like a jewelry show, jewels or
Oh, yeah.
gems.
She makes jewelry, the daughter, Annie.
But didn't they have a big gem thing next door
Next
for
door
like
to
a
where?
at their house? I thought one of the news, but it might not have been.
I don't know, honey. I haven't just
Because I thought
followed.
if that's true, then they might have, thought that the jewels were at her house.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but that would be dangerous, wouldn't it, to have real gems at your house, like a showing? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, because something I had watched said that they had all the gems for the gem show at the neighbor's
Oh,
house, but that might not be true.
okay. Linda, where you calling me from?
Hi, I'm above Richmond, Virginia.
All right, Linda. Is she alive or not?
No,
Where is she?
desert.
Okay. No Mexico?
No, I think she's north.
North? Oh, up north,
Yeah,
Arizona.
yeah.
Okay. Who did it?
That's the question that everybody needs to know right away. And
Well, I'm asking Linda though.
well, Queen, me and you have had some conversations over the chat sometimes,
Yeah.
and you know,
But
where does the
just tell
money
me.
lead? Where does the money lead? Who has the most to benefit? I just don't see where Savannah is that famous.
Well, it
Yeah,
doesn't matter about her being that famous. She has money though, Linda. She has more money than the average American. You know what I mean?
right.
No, we're not talking about a couple 100,000. We're not even
No,
talking about 2, 3 million. It's more than that.
yeah, it's a lot more than 40 million too.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. A person figures, well, whatever you're worth, it don't matter to them. I'm just trying to get to it. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to get a portion.
Right, and because they did take her out of that house, it means insurance, nothing. So what they split is the house and any trust or any property she owned or whatever deeds say,
At some point. At some point.
at some point. Well, what is it?
So, but
6
basically, guess what? You are saying that would be the children, because that's not a stranger.
Right. I
Okay.
think that Annie is a self-proclaimed witch. The guy in the band is so with his murder
Linda.
band. Yes, ma'am.
Linda. Ah, where did you get this self-proclaimed witch from?
She is. Look her up. She even wrote dark poetry. She's published a book.
Well, I remember the poetry. I did read you out some of the poetry. Let me go in here in Google and check that. I can't fool with you, Lord.
It even says oracali or something, which is a witch's word for oracle.
Okay.
So she's into the pentagram and all that.
Okay, 1 second. Lord, what am I doing with these?
Wikipedia biography of Annie. Or whatever.
Let's see.
And another reason sets me off. And another reason sets me off is her and her brother haven't been back on.
Say what, honey?
Her and her brother have not been back on TV.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. Yeah.
I'd be standing in front of my mother's house going to the news. Please help me find my mother.
So how do you feel about the whole prayer vigil? Because Megan made a good point about that. That is strange. Didn't even think about that. There
About
has
what?
been prayer vigil, and this lady's a Christian lady, so I just find this interesting.
Right, and if they don't want it to be called a prayer vigil, it's just a vigil.
Well, it don't matter if you go read of what a vigil is. It's people gathering,
Right.
wanting hope. That's all a vigil is. Doesn't mean the
That's right.
person's dead.
We've
people
seen
get that confused.
dozens. We've seen dozens for Summer Wells, the little boy. We've
Yeah.
seen dozens of them.
Yeah.
That makes no sense either.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot
So
of neighbors say they didn't even know who she was.
Yeah, I heard that too. That the neighbors didn't know Nancy was had a famous daughter. So I would assume that meant she didn't get out a lot. And then the way the properties are made, you could tell most of those people aren't running up to people's yards to bang on the door and say, hi, how you doing? What you doing? Unless they bumped into each other coming out the driveways.
Right. It might have been a little, well, they said Nancy's house was one of the oldest there.
Yeah,
so
I believe
it might have been when she moved in, the kids rode the bicycles and got along, because I don't think Savannah was 13 or 14 when they moved in there.
Okay.
So it's not a home that they've always lived in.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. How do you feel about the kidnap gang being mentioned in her book?
I think that's insane.
Okay. Do you think it has something to do with crime?
I never play that with my children.
Well, had you even heard of it?
No.
Okay. But what I'm saying is, does it have something to do with this kidnapping?
I don't know, but it's odd. It's very odd, Queen. See, I'm a mother of a murdered son. My son was murdered in D.C. in 2013 by a 41-year-old, just robbery, and took his truck.
Okay.
My son was 22. It took us 2 years to find the guy.
Well, did he know him?
No.
Okay.
No. And he was right over the bridge in Alexandria the whole time.
Oh, over the bridge.
I was born in D.C. I was raised in D.C.
Okay, so here it says, I can't open this threads. Everything I want to open, I'm not a part of. It says Annie Guthrie says she is an oracle writer in modern pagan, Wiccan, or occult community. Some practitioners use oracles as part of the practice and may self-identify as witches.
I told you.
Whatever that means. But does that mean she doesn't? That's the point.
She's a self-proclaimed witch. And I could see the mother saying, look, you got this $650,000 house. I can't pay your note. I have no idea what taxes are there because I'm in Virginia and they're really low. But
well, this guy, he put up a little chart the other day, a little young guy, and he was figuring that they're probably paying at least $100,000 a year for taxes.
Oh my God!
On a $679,000 house.
Wow.
Well, I mean, you got to think almost $700,000. You're not going to be paying $500.
Now she also makes. She also makes jewelry. Annie also makes jewelry, and she's written a book, and that's on eBay.
Jewelry, but like the guy said, he doesn't think that it's a lot as far as income wise, because he did a little digging.
But I did hear that the husband works at some bougie school.
Okay, he's a school teacher, 6th grade teacher, science teacher.
But it's a bougie school. It's like 6th grade to graduation.
Private school, so it probably costs a lot of money there.
Yeah. But where's he been?
Well, after he's been implicated as a suspect, where do you think he's been?
more the reason to come out and say it's not me.
Okay. So you think he should have said something?
Absolutely. All these people should be saying something.
Okay, interesting.
I know that being in DC and my own experience with the cops, they don't tell you everything. They don't tell me, didn't tell me for 2 years what was an update or anything. And they kept the car until after sentencing. And you kill somebody in DC, it is federal. And I don't believe the cops aren't working with the feds. I believe they do. And they are.
Okay. So explain that to me.
Okay, well, let's just look at a drug bust, right?
Yeah.
First, the cops pull you over, they catch you with a load of weed or something. This is all pretend, or maybe it's real. And then you go and you got over 100 pounds. Now it becomes federal. You know what I mean? Where you cross state to get it to where you wanted it to go. So now it becomes federal. You don't think those cops are talking to the feds to tell them how they found you?
Yeah.
Or the feds aren't talking to the cops saying, pull them over, there they are. So then what happens is you wind up in front of a grand jury, which is what I think all three of these people need to do: the brother, the sister, and Thomas, and maybe even Savannah. Sit down in a federal grand jury line and try to lie to them. It ain't gonna happen.
Okay.
And that's not in a building that you would recognize. Looks like a warehouse. So, especially in DC and Maryland. So you wouldn't even think you're walking into the FBI building. I do believe they work together.
I'm going to read you something from social media. There are people who are suspecting their behavior to be strange. So we have one lady by the name of Patricia that says, "Ooh, look at his beard. Thumbs down, throw up emoji. Something very strange about him, in my opinion. Why didn't they pick their mother-in-law up at her house 10 minutes away from theirs instead of make her take an Uber at 84 years old to have dinner with them? Why not pick her up 10 minutes away? They drove her back home. There was a picture of Annie and this guy, her husband, in their car the other day, taking it to be impounded, and they both had hoodies on and were hiding their faces. In my opinion, something seems off." Here's a reply. Patricia, I agree. If loved ones are missing, they're usually out looking, posting flyers, talking to people, not leaving it up to LE and hiding, especially when this family is anti-LE. I didn't know that. I don't know how much money I have or didn't have. I'd be out there looking. Let's talk about that. Why are they not out looking? See, that's another thing that's also interesting. Why not be a part of the community that so well loves your sister and your mother? And
I don't see anybody on the ground looking.
Okay. Oh, that's okay, Mama.
And the reason why they don't have dogs going into that terrain is if you have a highly trained dog, you don't want it to go where there's thorns, rattlesnakes, and scorpions. You'd have to put the dog in full armor.
Yeah, well.
So that's why I believe she's north of there. I believe they drove her north.
Nobody. You know, somebody said last night they should have dogs checking these cars that belong to Carlos and his daily guy. So I'm hoping they did take some dogs to their cars, you know, like take something from Nancy.
Right. Well, I believe she was taken out in her own car.
Yeah, she could have, because as I told you all weeks ago, when I was watching the video of them at Circle K, it wasn't after that I saw Nancy's car being put up on a flatbed.
Within
So I said,
10
oh,
minutes. Within
I
10
said, I
minutes.
wonder if they took her car.
Yep. And when they first showed it, I thought, oh my God, is this woman in her own car and they've been walking around her house for 2 days?
Right.
Oh God.
So you think they put her in her own car, dumped her, and then brought her car back and parked it?
Yeah.
Wow. Boy, that's deep. I'm still trying to look up stuff about this.
It gives me chills. I'm 68 years old. This gives me chills.
Okay, so then this Christine, the person, replied, I thought it was either Annie, her husband, or brother because the way they acted during the videos. But I also think that it was someone that knows them as well because of the things were done. They knew she had her pacemaker on her watch. So they deactivated it. They knew what was going on before mom went home. Also, why wait until after 12 the next day to check on her? It all adds up. Hold on.
Like you say, go back to the beginning.
They knew what was going on. Why wait until after 12 the next day to check on her? It all adds up to one of the children's son-in-law or someone they know.
I mean, if they're innocent, why isn't Savannah helping their innocency?
It's not Savannah's fault that she became wealthy. And I'm sure she's probably blaming herself. Oh my gosh, it's because I have this money.
Right.
They took my mother. And that'd be a terrible place to be in as well, thinking you're the reason that your mom was kidnapped.
It's a horrible, horrible feeling. I can imagine.
Because I have asked you all on my community page, what is she thinking? How is she feeling right now about this entire situation? How is she and the brother and sister getting along? She's now done 2 videos without them. Did they not want to do videos anymore because people were saying things about them? You know, who knows? But like I told people, she is on the ground. And if I were her, I would be leery being on the damn ground. I don't, no matter who did it, it's still a horrible place to be in because you are the reason probably in your mind why your mom is gone. And now you got people talking about your sister, her husband, possibly your brother. You wouldn't know what to think, who to trust. I'd be scared of every damn body. I'm sorry. That's just me.
Well, yeah, because you were talking about, them staying in the same Airbnb.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want to be there either. I told you that.
No. You'd have to have a lot of trust in them to say, I adamantly believe they didn't have anything to do with hurting my mother. And they're not asking for ransom money.
And it's been 20 some days. It's like it's run cold. Run cold unless the cops know something, and I bet they do know a lot more than me. Like you said in your dream. You said in your dream, and that was really important, because you have focused on this and you have focused on Mrs. Nancy, and you could be feeling what she went through. Like you said, you think maybe she was stabbed. I think this lady tried to fight back. They say she's 150 pounds. I'm barely 100.
And that's what the DNA mixture is. And
I wouldn't be able to fight
and
back.
that might be what the mixture is.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
maybe that was the DNA mixture that's got the male and the female.
What?
Well, he did say that, yeah. And I told myself probably lie about that.
I didn't hear what you said at the beginning. What?
I said, well, they're saying it's a male and female DNA mixture in the house.
All right.
So then you got to ask, well, what is that DNA exactly?
We're just not getting nowhere.
I was scared to even think. Did she throw up? Did she use the bathroom on herself? She could have used the bathroom on herself. We've learned that when people are in horrible situations, such as being threatened with a gun, abused, they will use the bathroom on themselves.
Absolutely. You can scare me. I have startle syndrome and I might leak.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. You see some guy walking in your house, you probably would use the bathroom on yourself.
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
they're
none of
beating
this
you
is
up.
funny. No, absolutely none of this is funny. It is scary to every elder person in there. And you read about did you read about the other lady, Carolyn, that's missing? She went missing on the 4th or 3rd.
Yeah, hold on. Let me play it. Hold on a minute.
Now, where'd she go?
Don't make me crack crazy jokes. I don't know.
Where the hell did she go?
No idea where she is.
Well, she actually walked in the Catalina forest or hills. The hawks would be flying around.
Oh, Lord. All right, everybody. I was meant to look for an update before I went live. Hold on one second. This is coming out of Tennessee, everybody.
That woman's photos from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Her name is Alma Fowler. She is 75 years old from Camden, Tennessee. She was last seen in Benton County, Tennessee, but local law enforcement say tips have led them to our area as she has ties to Mayfield. There's been a silver alert issued in her disappearance. Fowler is 4 feet 11 inches tall and weighs about 110 pounds. She has gray hair and brown eyes. Fowler was last seen wearing a green puffy jacket, tan jeans, white snow boots, and a white headband. She's believed to be traveling on foot. If you see Fowler or have any information regarding her whereabouts, please call the Benton County Sheriff's Office at 731-584-4632, or you can call TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND.
Now, who you saying, Carolyn? That's not the lady.
No, this lady, she went missing from the bottom of the Catalina Hills. Really close to Nancy.
Okay, well, there's a 3-year-old missing right now.
Oh, God.
Hold on, let me play that.
Oh.
Yep.
Never ends.
3-year-old. Pretty little baby, too.
Good afternoon. An urgent search underway right now for the girl that you see on your screen. Avondale police believe 3-year-old Khalani Rogers could be in danger, and a statewide Amber Alert has been issued. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Patty Goodline. We expect to hear from Avondale Police Department coming up just in a few minutes. But first, let's get straight out to 12 News journalist Jay Cunningham. And Jay, what do we know so far about this little girl? Yeah, good evening. So just again, to reiterate, we are expected to get an update on this case from Avondale Police at any moment. But we do know that this 3-year-old was last seen around 11:30 last night at her home here in Avondale. And of course, her family desperately hoping that she is found and found soon. Now take a look at this picture again. This is 3-year-old Khalani Rogers. She was last seen at her home near 118th Avenue and Thomas Road, again here in Avondale. She's described as 3.5 feet tall, thin build, brown braided hair, brown eyes, and she was last seen wearing pink pajamas. Now, authorities tell us that she is believed to be with a woman known only as Morena, described as a 30-year-old white female, short stature, thin build with brown hair, possibly could be in a ponytail, and hazel eyes. She was last seen wearing a white top and purple or pink pants. We also know from authorities that this woman is not a family member of this little girl's, and that authorities believe this little girl may be in danger. Now, Avondale Police, they have reached out to surrounding agencies. They have reached out to local hospitals, hoping that maybe this 3-year-old girl is there, but they say that there have been negative results with that. So they're asking anyone with information about the whereabouts of this little girl. Her name again, Khalani Rogers. She's 3 years old. They're asked that you call Silent Witness at 480-WITNESS. And of course, if you do call that number, you can remain anonymous. I do have to say that we did just come from the neighborhood. There is a heavy law enforcement presence there, obviously, as they try and find this little girl. I was able to speak with a couple neighbors. They tell me that they're devastated by this news and they are hoping for the best for this family. We're going to continue to update you. Again, we're expected to hear from Avondale Police shortly, so you can stay with 12 News on air and online at 12news.com for the latest. Reporting live in Avondale, Jay Cunningham, 12 News.
Jay, do we know anything about this Morena that's believed to have possibly taken a little girl, what does she have any sort of a connection? And how did she get her? Do we know any of that?
I mean, that really is the big question. That, of course, is going to be one of the first questions that we ask authorities. We just know that she is not believed to be a family member of this little girl, and that, again, this little girl may possibly be in danger. But other than that, we don't know.
All right, we'll stay on this story and get back to Jade if we have an update before the end of this newscast.
Okay, so somebody in the comments section is saying about her being black. Because she looks light skinned. Well, she probably is black because she says she's black. She's black. The point is, I'm noticing something with her elbow. Her elbow looked like it's broke in the picture.
That it's broke?
It looks broke to me. Yeah, the elbow, her elbow in the picture where she's taking it, she's standing over a chair.
Well,
it look like it's got a crack in it. They're probably beating the little girl.
Because what I want to know is who told the police about this person, Morena or Maria.
Right. And how she get her.
Because it does sound like Casey Anthony. She did the same thing. She said somebody took her child.
Yeah. And then there's a black lady missing.
Or the one that it sounded like a pill. What's her name had her? It just sounded like a pill. I don't know. Remember.
And she's missing. The other black lady's missing. Where's this Carolyn lady missing from?
Arizona, the Catalina, a mile from Nancy.
Oh, I hadn't heard nothing about it. Here's somebody else. Hold on a minute. Linda's back. But Linda, is that you with the frog face? Who's that?
With what, honey?
I'm seeing somebody. Hold on. Let me see who this is. I don't know. Who's this other Linda with a frog face? That's not you.
I don't have a folk face. I just have Linda at the bottom of my name next to you. And I can't see YouTube if I'm on StreamYard. So Linda, I can't read chat.
Linda, who are you? I'm reading somebody in the private chat. Hold on.
I'm Linda 987 something. Who knows?
I'm saying, but you don't have a frog up as your
No. I think that just says powered by StreamYard. It looks like a duck. Uh-oh. Lost you. Oh, there you are.
I don't know.
Hey ho guys! It's
Kermit there's a Linda here. With a Kermit.
I'm gonna sing a little song for you guys. There's so many.
I removed it because it's probably some spam.
Crazy person.
Mm-hmm.
No, I never been on StreamYard. I've been on Zoom, so it took me a few times to get it to want to do it. Okay. But I'm glad I am talking to you. I've listened to you for a long time. I think you're very smart.
Thank you, honey.
And I love your storylines because sometimes they really do give me a chill, raise my, you know, it.
You shouldn't be listening to this crazy stuff.
Who?
None of us watching this stuff. It's not good for us.
No, it's not. I'm on another channel. That's all we discussed too.
Okay, let's go down my community page, okay? And take some of the polls. You ready?
I personally can't because I'm on StreamYard. It won't even let me.
No, but what I'm saying is, no, you're just going to respond as I read you the results. Is what I'm saying.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Nancy Guthrie kidnappers are a couple. 26% yes, 17% no, 57% not sure.
Yes.
Okay, so 26% agree, but 57% they're not sure.
Okay.
17% said no. Is the kidnapper a cop or sheriff deputy? 19% yes, 43% no, 38% not sure.
No. No.
No. So they're not a cop?
No.
Okay. Did Annie or Tommaso walk Nancy inside her home and unlock the back door for other person and or to return later? 28% yes, 22% no, 50% not sure. What's your answer?
Not sure.
Okay. Okay. There's a young man's channel I want everybody to check out. He has some very interesting perspective pertaining to this case. His name is Monk's Intrigue. Monk's Intrigue.
Can you spell that for me?
Monks.
Monks. Okay. Monks. Monks what?
Intrigue.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wanting to get with him because I was wanting to bring him up here on the channel so he could give me his opinion about some things. All right. Did the intruder pick Nancy Guthrie's back door to gain entry? 27% yes, 9% no, 64% not sure. What did you say?
I'm not sure because we got film in the front.
Okay. Yeah, but we know he didn't get through the front because you can see the door's not damaged. She has an iron gate on that front door.
But didn't he go through it?
But I'm saying, sweetheart, it's not damaged. You got to be able to open. You got to be able to get it open first to get to the next door.
Keys.
Huh?
Keys.
Well, we don't know if he had a key. See, we don't know. We don't know if he had a key or not. Is she in Mexico? 2% yes, 74% no, 23% not sure.
No.
Here's Sony. My grandkids will still be looking for Miss Nancy, unfortunately. My POV is her body will never be found. Just my opinion. The story is dying out. It was a cold case day one. Queen replied, Sony, please have faith. Oh, Lord. Okay.
But I just don't think they're going to find her at this point.
Okay. Nancy Guthrie case is question mark progressing 14%. Not good 77%. Not sure 9%.
Not sure because the cops aren't going to divulge everything.
Okay. What should happen to Nancy's home? Sell it 24%. Allow family member to move in 20%. Not sure 6%. Rent it 0%. So most of you said you're not sure what they should do with the house. What about you?
I say Savannah's going to sell it.
Okay. Guess what? Somebody said the other day it's in a trust. So that means it's probably got all their names on it.
Right.
Nice. Okay.
Right.
Are they getting along, the Guthrie siblings? 29% yes, 46% no, 25% not sure. Do you think they're getting along, the kids?
That's a hard question, Queen, because it's so crazy. Why aren't they together on every time they come on TV? And she could be on NBC every day. She could get her family on the morning show every day.
Well, maybe they don't want to talk. Did that ever occur to you, Linda? They don't want to talk.
I thought about it, that Annie is the one that's been taking care of her, meaning bathing. Mm-hmm.
Newsbreak app. If you want to find the Queen on another app, I'm on the Newsbreak. I don't talk over there. I just post because they don't allow us to talk. We can make videos and we can put up posts. Download the app and it's the same name, the Vault XL, and you'll see my posts and my videos. A lot of them are videos I have already posted to YouTube. So you believe they're not getting along, or you're not sure?
That what?
That the kids are getting along. The brothers and sisters.
I don't know. They play weird games. I have no idea what they're doing.
Okay, well, you just say not sure then.
I know what they're not doing.
Girl, you're crazy. All right. TMZ letter writer. Is it the Nancy Guthrie kidnapper? 18% says yes, 61% no, 21% sure. Linda, what's your answer?
No.
Okay. No.
I think
So,
old Harvey's, he's real sleazeball. I think he makes a lot of money off of this.
well, most people are
Like
saying
I
no too.
said, she's not that big of a celebrity.
Oh my God. Oh, Linda.
I know it's the money. Okay.
It don't matter to the person that wants the money, honey. They don't care. They don't care if that's why they kidnapped her. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Yes, you know.
They're not looking at it from Linda's perspective. If it's the reason why they kidnapped Nancy. Hey, I'm going to get something. I don't give a damn what. Give me something for this old lady.
Right. But all the Bitcoin and cryptic, I'm sorry, it can be followed.
Well, that's what I could try to tell people. Don't always believe that bullshit about something can't be traced.
Yeah, that's right. Now, I'll tell you, I don't believe they can drop something out of the sky and find her particular pacemaker. I never heard of such a thing.
Yes, they could. Okay, next question.
Yes, they could.
Nancy Guthrie's kidnapper is a lone wolf with no accomplices. Agree? Yes, no, not sure. What's your answer?
No.
Sony, hit the link, Sony. Sony, I want to hear from you. I want to hear your voice. I want to see what you look like. Hit that damn link. Don't you leave this chat. Don't tell me no bye.
Come join us. We need all the
input. Come join us. You talk the most on this. You talk the most on this channel. So you bring your butt up here and let me see who you are. Let me see if I'm talking to a black person, white person, Jewish, Hispanic. Hell, I might end up talking to the damn kidnapper. Get your butt up here. Get your butt up here. Okay, so let's go back to this.
Yes, ma'am.
Accomplices or not?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me get back to the question. Hold on 1 second. Oh, this thing out here with this generator, whatever, it's blowing like the wind. Sounds so weird. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Yes, 0%. No, 91%. Not sure, 9%. So none of you, 91% of you said, let's see, there's a lone wolf, no accomplices. Oh, Sony, that's funny to you.
Of course, you know, they had to pay somebody to help them.
Yeah.
Somebody knows, and that the band member, I don't know, the bartender, I don't know who.
So really, yeah, I'm misunderstanding my own damn question. 91% of you, I guess, really are saying, let's see, I said Nancy Guthrie's kidnapper is a lone wolf, no accomplices. So 0%. So you all are basically saying you do believe there's some other people involved. 91% of you, 22 people voted. Jesus, that's kind of scary. Latest information. Prince Andrew has been arrested on suspicion of misconduct pertaining to Mr. Epstein, ties to Mr. Epstein.
That's not why he was arrested. He was arrested for sharing secrets, but now that they got him.
Well, that's misconduct. That's still misconduct, sweetheart.
But yes, but now that they got him, let's see what they do.
You are a mess.
I don't think he'll make it.
Well, how about another question? Is Nancy Guthrie being hid out by the family? 15% says yes. 64% says no. 21% says not sure. How do you weigh?
No. I'd like to think she's in that Airbnb sitting at the table with the curtains closed, but no.
All right. I told you all the other day that there are 3 reasons why a person would be removed from his or her home, and here are the options. You're going to give me your answer. I forgot to put not sure, so I apologize about that. Extortion, ransom, 52%. Revenge, 42%. Sexual assault, human traffic, 6%. Which one is yours?
A. 1.
Extortion?
Yeah.
You don't think she was sexually assaulted?
You know, it's possible, and there have been cases I think you discussed where the person did that and had to take the body out of the house. So that is a possibility, but and they didn't take anything.
How do we know? How do you know?
Well, they said that they didn't, but you know, who knows?
I haven't heard anything about they didn't take anything out.
I think the sheriff said no, they didn't take anything. I could be wrong.
Well, they looked through all her jewelry and everything. How do they know she didn't hide any money from the bank? You know what I mean? Older people like to keep money around.
That's right. Older people do keep money around. Where I live, lots of older people keep the money. They don't like banks.
Because how they gonna reject my comment and I'm the hostess of the show? Ain't this YouTube's a trip?
They want to be careful.
I said all I said was hit the link, and it's telling me rejected.
It rejected the link. It rejected me a few times, but I kept insisting. So
No, it rejected my comment to join the hit the link. Is what I'm saying.
Oh,
that's kind of strange. They're very funny about the wordings you use.
But you know, we gotta all understand that the cops keep it to the vest about
Tony, yay!
What?
Shut your mouth. Look at you. I'm sick of you. You give me hell on my channel, girl. I swear you do. You give me pure hell. I finally get to see your tail. How you doing? How you doing?
Oh, Queen, I got my nightgown on. I got my hair rag on. I got my nightgown on.
I don't mind because I'm looking a hot butter mess. That's why I ain't showing my damn self. Shut your mouth.
I don't want nobody to see me. Turn my camera off.
You're beautiful.
Look at Linda. Linda said, well, let me show myself. Go ahead, Linda. I love it. Okay,
oh my God.
Where you coming from with your head wrap on?
It's just echoing so much.
Oh, I can't do it, y'all. I gotta go. Oh my God.
No, listen.
Y'all turn my camera off. Can nobody see me? Oh my God, can anybody see me out there? Please take me out.
They can see your black self with your black turban and gold turban on.
You don't know how to do it. How do you?
She jumped all the way out.
I don't
I'm dead.
No,
I don't know what to say.
Like,
Her tail is crazy. Jesus. Hey, bro. Listen, we know she ain't gonna be no bank robber. Can they see me? Can they see me? Yeah, I'm calling Donald Trump. Come get her. There she is with the damn turban on. Lord. Lord.
It was beautiful, though.
Okay. Oh, God. Excuse me, Nancy Guthrie. I ain't trying to make fun. Lord have mercy.
No, we have to have, some. We'll
Can you see me now? Yeah, we can see you. Once again, condolences for the actor. What's his name? Dane. Dr. Mark Sloan, extending Grey's Anatomy. Eric Dane has passed away, everybody. He had ALS. God bless his soul. I listened to his last conversation on Netflix. He did a letter to the public and his family, and he looks so sickly. And I just hate to, I couldn't finish it because I couldn't watch it. I didn't want to start crying. I just couldn't read. I couldn't read because it was just so sad how sick he is.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get back to the questions. She goes, can you see me? Hell yeah. we can see you like we can see that kidnapper outside of Nancy's house. How about that?
Her lights were better. Her lights were better.
Tony, come back up. Just turn your camera off. All right, so we got 52% believe she was removed by ransom. You believe it was ransom too. Here's another question, Linda. Now that the Guthrie's kidnap game has been revealed, I think you answered this already. Is Nancy alive and her missing is a hoax? Yes, she's alive and it's a hoax, 15%. Yes, she's alive, but it's not a hoax, 6%. She's not alive, 53%. Not sure, 26%. You said
If this is a hoax, you know that Pima County, may be saying it wrong. They have
I couldn't finish it either. Right when he was talking about
a reality show.
Kelsey, what's up? What is everybody talking about? No perspective. What you talking about the beach? What are you saying? Go ahead, Linda. I'm sorry. I can't get over
you
this.
know that the sheriff in that county has a reality show. It's called Desert.
I saw it today, but he's not. He hasn't been shown on the show.
Right, but is this the third season?
Okay, but the point is he hasn't been seen on the show. So if he's been on it before,
is Nancy's third show, the third year, or the third episode? Who knows? I just found that quite odd too. And that's another reason they might not be so into kidnapping, because of the drug running and the illegals and God knows what else is going down there. I just feel like, who's going to walk out with a liability like that?
Now say that again.
Who would walk out of the house with an 84-year-old woman? That's a liability.
Oh, I see what you said, the perspective. Eric Dane, yeah, that was hard to listen to. Now, I'm getting confused. Now, what's a liability? I'm sorry.
Taking an 84-year-old woman out of her house.
Well, taking her anywhere, don't make no sense to me.
Right. Just, where did you put her? Why?
Yeah, I don't want to think about where they put her. A report said Savannah Guthrie told the sheriff she doesn't need them. She has her own people. Do you think she said that? Okay. Well, they're saying the family's not happy with his interviews.
President Trump involved, for God's sake.
Okay, but Trump don't have nothing to do with how you feel. If you feel like the sheriff is talking, listen, if you feel like the sheriff is talking too much, he's retracting his statements, that isn't a good look. And you got to remember, this is their mother. It's not our mother.
Right.
This is their mother. And he is getting a lot of flack because he keeps retracting stuff. It doesn't look good because it's like you don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Or you're reading stuff that you wish you hadn't have said.
Yeah.
You don't think she said that?
No.
That he's possibly sensationalizing her mom's case. That's what a source says.
No.
Nancy Guthrie kids and cousins played a kidnap game when they were younger for fun. Nobody commented. Hit the link if you would like to join this panel with Linda and myself. You don't have to show yourself. We like to hear your opinion pertaining to the Nancy Guthrie case, the motive, the who, the where, the why. Is she alive? Is the ransomer the same person that has her? Is she in Mexico? Is she disposed? Was this a sexual assault? Is this revenge? Is this extortion, ransom? Are her children involved? Family members involved? Somebody came in the chat the other day to say that one of her relatives has been arrested for a fake robbery. Is that true? Is this relative involved?
Like
3 days ago, I asked you all which. Go ahead.
I said, like you said, we don't know them.
No, we don't.
Seems like nobody knows them.
Well, somebody knows them. A little bit. To some degree, let's say, but not everything. Right. 3 days ago, I asked you all this question. I'm going to do it Nancy Grace. Oh my God, Nancy Guthrie. I know I was going to say Nancy Grace eventually. Sorry about that. Should there be a bill barring landlords and persons from live streaming evictions without the person's permission? 85% of you all said yes, 8% no, 8% not sure. What about you, Linda? Should somebody film an eviction, make money off the live streams? Because there's one guy in Memphis, he films the evictions, and he's the process server.
Okay, well, he has the right to do that because you have the right to film in public. And another
Yeah, he has the right to film it for the job, not for profit.
Not for this.
Yeah, he has a YouTube channel.
It's too intimate when you're being thrown out of your house. That's an intimate thing.
Yeah, let me tell you something. He showed one couple, they were a white couple, and they lived in a nice house. I mean, nice. You should have seen all the stuff they had in there. And it was hard to see. They were bringing all of their fine furniture to sit in the driveway. I mean, every cup, shoe, kid stuff, because she had a daycare in her house, all of the daycare stuff, the china cabinet, the glasses. I was like, how are you all going to pack the glasses and the china up? You don't got no boxes and no wrapping paper. It was a mess. Well, long story short, they packed up the house, moved out. A short while after, a few months later, the husband died, and it was told that he had been having an affair with a woman down in Atlanta. So the wife was left all by herself.
Yeah, the bank is taking houses. The bank took one from me in 2010.
Cheating on her, and it really was a sad story because he had told the story during the live stream. Well, after filming the
all right, you know, it's tough to pay these mortgages.
Yeah, he wasn't paying the mortgage, and I think they had been moving around from place to place. Because I found it strange. He's got this nice paying job. The mortgage was, I think, $4,000 a month or something like that, $4,000 or $5,000 or $6,000, and he wasn't paying it. And then just to see them getting all that stuff set outside, it was sad. It really was sad.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it was sad.
When I was a child, I used to say every bird has a nest, every human should have a house.
Yeah. You believe everybody deserves a house?
Yes.
Why?
Because where do we live? We need to be protected from wind, rain, snow, sleet.
Okay, but let's think about how some people live. You still believe that? Have you seen how some people live and treat their property?
Yes.
And how they cause problems for other neighbors with rats and rodents and cats and dogs and trash? You want that person to live?
I wouldn't like that at all.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you again. Does everybody deserve a place to live?
Maybe not, but if you do, you should take care of it, even if it's not yours.
You know the queen gonna pick with you.
I always left a rental or whatever back when I was young in better shape. Like I never took the brand new ceiling fans I had put in, or, you know, maybe even a new stove because they were going to give me a little one I didn't like, or whatever. I left. I would always improve the place before I left.
Okay. So you gave it back better than how they gave it to you.
Yeah, because also being from DC, you would get on a list and you'd be like black, but you know, but all to not be listed and not be able to rent an apartment or something, you know.
Right.
I never wanted that.
Oh, all these people passing away.
But you know, the people that aren't taking care of these homes, you can tell right away. Just by looking at their front lawn.
Where's all this bad news?
That's all bad news. That's why you got to wear cotton clothing. You got to wear leather shoes. You can't get their polyester on you. It's just very negative, and they have us in fear and very negative all the time.
Did you see that avalanche with the snow? Oh my gosh, that was horrible.
Scary.
Shia LaBeouf has been arrested in New Orleans. Now, what the hell has he done?
Who?
Shia LaBeouf, he's an actor.
Hmm.
Yeah, young guy. I'm just going through the queue, looking to see what's new.
I'm very old school when it comes to my actors.
Look at this guy. He's got a scanner in Tucson, 857 Tucson. He has a whole lot of stuff.
Oh,
His
yeah, he's
family.
a character. He's been hanging with JLR, yeah.
Mm.
JLR took a bunch of people out to dinner last night.
Yeah, I saw that. The man with the many lawsuits.
He's repented, okay?
I don't know. I know they want his ass out of there. I know they want his ass out of Arizona. There's people that want him to get his ass on somewhere.
I don't know, but you know, the other creator that I'm mod for, whatever, she can't stand him. But I say, you know, he's the only one that lands there and hangs. Remember the people that escaped from the jail? The guy climbed down on the ceiling or something, and he was running around, like New Hampshire or Pennsylvania. Remember all that? Well, JR found somebody he could sit on the porch with and watch the whole scene. It was crazy.
Let's see what this guy here is talking about. FBI. Hold on one second.
And you know, some of these creators that have put time in jail, they know a lot about criminals because they lived with them.
Yeah, well, a lot of us know about criminals.
True. True, more than I need to.
Hey, let's start with Gail from Minnesota. She sent us this video. Let's take a look.
I think it's pretty much been established that there's quite a difference between the quality of the services that the sheriff is providing and that the FBI can provide. So the specifics of my question is the Guthrie family aware of this, and do they have any control? For example, can they request that the sheriff stand down and that the investigation be conducted by the FBI? Thank you. Bye.
Okay, let me start with you, Maureen, on this one. Do the Guthries have any control? Could they request that the FBI take over?
Well, certainly they can request anything they want. Whether or not the sheriff will acquiesce is a different story. But I would like to address, I don't think that the service being provided by the Pima County Sheriff's deputies is subpar. I think they're doing everything they can, and they're working hand in glove with the FBI. They're all out there pouring their hearts and soul into this investigation. So if there are issues, they're usually at the top. They're usually not among those boots on the ground that are doing the work.
Yeah, it's a good point. We've seen the boots on the ground. They're working literally around the clock. Bob worked at the sheriff's office for decades. Do you think, Bob, that the sheriff would give this up? Are we coming close to a point where he would do that?
Brian, I think at some point that bridge should have to be crossed. The resources that the FBI provides are exponentially more than what the sheriff's department can provide. That being said, I agree with what Maureen said. The boots on the ground are working their tails off, and they're going to continue to do that. But at some point, there's going to be critical mass for them. The hours they're putting in, the number of people, the other folks in Pima County who bad guys haven't stopped committing crimes. So we're going to have to continue to work hard with the federal partners and see where that takes us. But at some point, I do think that the FBI is going to probably take over primary on this, and it's for the better.
Yeah, we've seen a lot more FBI agents on the ground. Look,
thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download
our
notification app right now.
How do you feel about that? Should they ask for the sheriff to stand down? I'm gonna put that on up the poll. Linda?
Well, if this is all true that the sheriffs aren't getting along with the feds, but his detectives are, and the detectives and the feds are working together, I don't know, how are we going to get them out of there?
Linda, you tickle me.
I'm
I
glad.
don't know. Maybe we are gonna find that damn kidnapper.
You tickle me too. You tickle me too, especially during the Coburg. Especially during Coburger, because I'd have been sitting in that bedroom window, seeing somebody at the house and thrown a damn chair through the window onto the ground, screaming. I would have come out with the chair. Oh yeah.
I bet you be old bad white woman come out there and show
I
your
wouldn't
book.
be sitting up in a house where 4 people got murdered. I know that.
Hey, I can give a damn. We be wearing snowshoes. You hear me?
I'd have thrown my little rolling chair, desk chair through that window.
I'm out of there.
So much noise.
I'm not getting ready to watch my friend lay on the floor and not wonder why the hell she laying on the floor. And I ain't never seen her lay on the floor. And I done seen a man walk by with a baklava or whatever you call it mask. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Shit.
It doesn't make sense. It make sense.
This person, you ain't never had no friends to joke around with a mask on. But on this one particular morning, you just gonna say, fuck it, I'm gonna shut the door. But then you go run past the dead girl to go sleep in a room with another girl and y'all stay up for hours. You know they didn't get no sleep. That shit is crazy to me.
Because the house is so small and you can hear every little thing.
Every creak.
Yep.
All right, I'm putting the phone back to sheriff.
It's just you really had me going when you were talking about that, because
that shit scares me,
that
man.
Scared me too. And what scared me even more is we never saw any ambulances taking her out of there.
Ever.
And then they tore the house down.
Yep.
So I just don't understand.
I wonder how these girls are living now. Do they live by themselves? Do they have roommates? Do they stay at home? And eventually you're going to have to leave your parents' house. You know what I'm saying?
Some of the parents were even messed up.
Well, I say so. It scare anybody. Somebody breaks in your house. This story is no different than the Tepe case. That case to me is the same. Here it is. You got a Nest camera, just like Nancy, and get somebody standing over you with a gun and pump 7 bullets in you. And then the woman, he shoots 9 times. So this is a story that we could say that could be the same with this case. Somebody just don't like you and kidnapped you. Because that's what everybody keeps saying, right? What could she have done? What could this 84-year-old lady have done? Well, the point is, she's lived before she became 84. You may not want to hear it, but I don't sugarcoat stuff. You know, you don't know what this person thinks of Mrs. Guthrie and the other Guthries. You don't know what they're schizophrenic. You don't know if they were high, geeked up, drunk, if they're a rapist. You don't know.
Nope. It's all true. We're just trying to figure it out.
They took the body. So they wanted to make sure you never going to know what happened to her.
And, prove us wrong, prove me wrong about what I think about the family. Prove me wrong. Hurry up.
I don't know nothing about those people. I'm not saying they got anything to do with their mother, but what I'm saying is you don't know how people treat people, how people talk to people. People nowadays pop off over the simplest of stuff. That lady could have not tipped somebody. Maybe one day she got out the car with 20 bags of groceries and they helped her carry them in the foyer, and she didn't give them a couple of dollars, and they had an attitude. You just don't know what people get mad about these days.
Right.
Mad about any damn thing. Something else I wanted to ask you all. I asked you about accomplice. Something else. Something we discussed during this live I meant to ask you all.
And Tepe, or however you say the name, he just sat back for 10 years hating on her. And then one night got in the car and killed her.
And that's what everybody needs to consider. If this man can walk around for 8.5 years holding a grudge because his wife left him, you don't know why this old lady got rushed up out of her house in Arizona.
Yeah, well,
anything.
Yeah.
You don't know. She could have had a falling out with somebody at church, and somebody sent their damn son or son-in-law over there.
I don't believe the church story.
The what? The church story? What do you mean? That she was meeting with a friend?
That she was, church called them. I don't believe that.
Well, you know they're going to go call the person whose name you give.
Right. Well, we'll find out in court.
And you got to remember, listen, and you got to remember he cleared them. So that's the version that they gave.
A lot of this stuff we're going to find out when we get to court, I guess.
Okay, but what I'm saying, he's cleared these people, right? So you got to remember, they're the same people who gave that version to the sheriff. Hey, Sugar Mama called us and said Mama didn't meet her over there at the house. So he can't clear them if this person don't exist and never called them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
That
and I
means
was
he's lying.
under the impression that it was a Zoom meeting.
Well, this is what happens when you've got a bunch of talking heads and you don't know what the truth is.
Right, but we're all speculating, and we want the best for Nancy, and we don't want it to be her family, and we don't want it to be some wackadoodle, but we're hoping it is, and this is crazy.
Well, I look at it like this. No matter who did it, they're free right now, and that's how I look at it. So whether it's children, their husband, wife, a grandson, sister, cousin, auntie, it's all the same to me. The lady is missing.
And like I said, I think there's another woman a couple miles away from her that went missing on the 3rd or 4th.
Well, that's why they're asking us now, if you know somebody's been missing in the past 3 weeks, to contact the sheriff department.
All right.
Charity OG, what's up? What's going on?
Oh, nothing. You had put the link down, and I was trying to ask you in chat. Was that for me or somebody I can't see? I'm sorry.
That's for anybody that wants to join us.
Oh, all right.
You want to add something else to the conversation?
No, I was just going to agree with you. I enjoy hearing your insight on things because you don't know, right?
No, right. None of us do. That's trying to figure it out. Crime scenes before this, movies before this, all kinds of stuff. We're just everybody's just trying to get to the bottom of it. It's very scary.
Yeah, especially when somebody's walking around in your house.
Other women listing in Tucson, Arizona.
Let's see. I don't know about Tucson, Arizona. Tucson is not for you. 4 ridiculous, scary truths about living in Tucson. I don't know if I want to open that up and listen to that. And somebody else says, can you handle Tucson? Avoid moving unless you can blah, blah, blah. I just saw that about Knoxville. Interesting. How is Nancy Guthrie's case different from Brian Korberger? You want to hear that? Hello?
Well, there were witnesses in the house. That's what was different.
Cut it out.
Did you just tell me to cut it out?
Uh-huh. I wonder what this person's like.
Oh my God.
Oh, 3 videos now, back to back, why you shouldn't live in Tucson.
No, you got to have some money. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. How to live. I can't find the list of the missing lady. Hold on, let's see.
You got to enjoy 113-degree heat.
Oh, yeah, I don't know I can do that. Yeah, no. You know black folks don't like no heat. Now, I can sit out and stand it for a little while, but I ain't got to do no damn heat.
I went to Florida last June and almost died from the heat.
Missing woman in Tucson, Arizona. Keep saying, what's the weather? That's not what I'm asking you.
Her name is Carolyn.
What? Let's see. Carolyn missing in Tucson, Arizona.
And she's like 66 or 64 or something.
Arizona.
Just keep saying something else. What's wrong with this phone? This is the stupidest. Well, I know her husband's down there now. Oh, I don't know why I won't. I have to type it because
I just thought he looked pissed coming through the airport. Like he knew he was getting off that plane and those reporters were going to be there, and he just wanted to get to wherever he was going. He wanted out of there.
yeah. And what are you doing hanging at the airport, for God's sake? Like, you know, somebody famous is getting ready to come through there. It's not like LA or New York. You just hang out at the airport.
Well, he's connected. He's Savannah's husband.
Yeah, but that's only one person. I just can't see hanging at the airport.
All right.
Okay.
He said he was going to ground search. He was going to join the so-called search party. The search party to me has been drones, helicopters, maybe even a little bit of the Army. I don't know.
I don't see no lady named Carolyn missing.
Like I said, if I had a well-trained dog, I don't think I'd just turn it loose on that train. And
Well,
that's why we haven't seen that.
Do you think the $200,000 will help?
In the big picture, no.
Charity, what about you?
I think it could. I mean, but it's a long time.
It's not a lot of money, Charity. So
$200,000 is more than zero.
If they wanted $6 million, Savannah should have said, "All right, I got the reward, $6 million. Bring me."
No, let's talk about that because nobody's really talking about that too much either. Why was her reward so low? So right now, her reward is still adding on to the $200,000. So some wealthy guy over there in Wisconsin has offered up $100,000 on the lawyer.
Wow.
Why haven't you offered up more money? This is your mom. I'm just curious. They say no judgment.
Well, I mean, didn't they say at first you're not supposed to do rewards?
It's from Arizona. So
Well, Charity, you know that people lose a dog and put up a $500 reward.
Well, I know. I've seen $1,000.
Yeah.
I just think it's now that I'm starting to think about it all, low reward. You don't get out and search. Your family's not getting out searching. No descendants are getting out searching. No prayer vigil. This is bizarre. What if this is a hoax? Because now you got people talking about staging blood, and I'm not really into all that old conspiracy type stuff. But I go back to that kidnap game. You cannot just ignore that.
And you can't make it up either. You can't just make that lie up, you know.
Exactly.
It's in black and white. It's in print.
Could somebody have
heard
done
about that
for a reason? Somebody in the family has done this because they're lonely, they're miserable, they want attention, they're trying to get money. This was their way of getting it. Have the mother go missing. Because eventually they're going to have to get rid of that house. That's a given. That I don't care if it's today, it's 10 weeks from now. That house ain't going to be able to stay unused. And that's something else nobody's talking about. You know, I talk about stuff that nobody really discusses. Everybody's just talking about the shit that's on the news. What about behind the scenes? Somebody's got to pay for the water, the lights, the taxes while this woman is missing. It is now tax season. Her taxes are due on that house. Stay woke. Okay? Real talk. In a couple of months, Uncle Sam will be looking for a check under Nancy Guthrie's name. Ding, ding, ding. Who's going to pay it? Hello? Anybody listening?
I'm listening, and I think Savannah's been floating it.
No, I'm saying come this spring, who's going to pay the taxes?
I just said, I think Savannah has been floating this house for years.
Okay, well, who's gonna float a house but ain't nobody in it?
I guess they float it until they sell it.
Okay.
It's a sinking
Has
ship.
somebody, listen, has one of those kids asked about what we're gonna do with the house? I want to know who's asking questions about MONEY. That's what I want to know.
That we'll never know. The Queen will never know that.
Mm-hmm. Do you think somebody has?
People are real ignorant and greedy. Yes, maybe.
What about you, OG Mama?
Well, if Savannah's loaded, I can't imagine, but maybe they've already asked. Yeah.
How about this? Has anybody asked Savannah for money since she touched down? Bingo card.
Oh yeah.
Could this have been a ploy to get rid of her so she could come in and now I can ask her for money for face to face? Could it be they've been begging for money and she's been ignoring them? Well, we get mama missing. She ain't got no choice but to face us. Bingo card. I'm throwing everything out there.
Yeah.
Every possibility. Because guess what? What do people tell you? Oh, hard to say no when you're face to face, ain't it?
I told you early on, I don't think Savannah will ever go back to work. PTSD.
Well, they already got an article speculating she won't go back to work.
Yeah, she won't. She has PTSD now. She has what I have. Post-traumatic stress. Her mom's missing. You know, my boy's missing. Well, he was murdered, but I know where he is. But, you know, I'm saying it takes a lot on you. Really does, Queen. And if her family's involved, this is more of kicks. More
yeah,
kicks.
because this could be a ploy to get to Savannah and use the mother, throw her out the way. She won't be an interference. You know, it's kind of like football. This could be like football. I hate to say it, but
I believe Savannah's having the card and groceries sent over to wherever they're living.
All of that. Who's paying for the food? Who's paying for this? Who's paying for the Uber? You ain't got no car. You need to get around. Who's riding around? Does the brother live there?
I don't think any of them are going out.
Huh?
I don't think anybody's going out. I don't think
they're going to. It adds up, millionaire or not. Buying food, Ubering, this and that, paying for private security now to be there. You now got to pay for a hotel fee or for them to stay in the same house with you. It's racking up money in 3 weeks. Money's money. I don't care what people say. It's no big deal. It is a big deal. Because it's not your money. It's her money.
It's a very, until we learn to barter again, it's a very big deal.
Mm-hmm. And for all we know, that's what's going on.
Because we don't trust anybody, we're not going to barter. So it's an endless circle right there.
She might miss her mother, but she's probably missing her children. I want to see my kids. I want to spend time with my kids. This is a time a parent will want to be around their children. Okay, I've bonded with my brother and sister for 3 weeks. I need to see my husband. I need to see my kids. I miss my job. I miss New York. See, you don't know what the hell is going on in that lady's head. A lot of questions. A lot of questions. I can't pull this up for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
So it's messed up. Messed up.
She might be ready to get out of here. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Why would I want to be somewhere where allegedly somebody's missing because of me? Think about that for a minute. Okay, now there's a Carolyn Shore, 55. She was reported missing last May. Seen near Wrecker and McDowell Roads following a search. Police announced on June 17th that she was found deceased. The case involved a tan 2020 Hyundai Santa Fe with Arizona plate CJJ711.
Hit and run.
So was that her car?
Yeah, hit and run.
Huh?
Sounds like a hit and run.
There was also a separate 24 case regarding a hiker named Carolyn Meister in the Vatana Wilderness, but this did not occur in Arizona. Yeah, that was in California. So is that the Carolyn you were talking about?
Yeah, when did she go? February 3rd, February 4th?
No, that was last year, honey. This is from Ash Fork, Arizona. This one right here, Instagram.
I don't know.
Oh Lord, I don't have Instagram on this phone. I don't know. I've got the name though, Ash Fork, Arizona. This phone is so particular. What you type in?
I can get the name, but not while I'm on with you. I have to watch the show last night where I heard it from on the channel I'm on.
I got it right here.
You found her?
Yep. Hold on. All righty. Here's the latest information coming from Coconino County, Arizona. Authorities are searching for a woman with a heart condition who went missing in northern Arizona earlier this month. Coconino County Sheriff's Office asked for the public's help Monday to find 69-year-old Carolyn Legaspi Cosper. I'm pronouncing it right. Legaspi Cosper. She was last seen February 3rd in Ash Fork. Said believed that she was at her home in Westwood Ranch, which is about 20 miles northwest of Ash Fork the next day. Okay, she's known to have a heart condition, walks with a cane, very similar to our friend Nancy. Said her vehicles have been accounted for, and it's believed that she left the area on foot. It's described as 5'4", same height as our Nancy. 120 pounds, 30 pounds less. She has green eyes, gray brown hair. Arizona Department of Public Safety has not yet issued a safe alert for her, for Legaspi Cosper. Why not? Last updated 17/2/17. So today is what? The 21st. So 4 days, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4 days later, still nothing. Why not?
Why not?
Very interesting. Carolyn, I'll just say Karen Cosper. So she's a little ways up. She's northern.
Maybe 100 miles, maybe.
Yeah, well, you got to ask yourself, what's going on? Who last said she was walking? How do you know somebody's walking unless you saw him walking?
Yeah.
Now, 6 days ago, 5 days ago, she's still missing because I don't see anything new. And that's 47 years ago, 5 days ago, that a woman was hit and run in Ash Fork has been identified. Hold on a minute. Let me go to that. Jeez.
It's horrifying, it's sad, and none of it makes sense.
February 16. So it's the same as what I said. She left the residence February 4th. Westwood Ranch is approximately 20 miles from northwest of Ashford. Just had heart surgery and walks with a cane. All the vehicles accounted for, left on foot. 69 years old. So what? She's just taking a walk.
Definitely a war on women and children.
Well, very interesting. 2 elderly women, same height, a little bit different in age, not quite 20 years different in age. Both have heart issues and can't walk. Very scary. So far, I don't see an update that she's been found.
No. And that's what I was saying. If she walked in the desert or on that terrain, there'd be birds, there'd be hawks, eagles, anything to eat her up.
Look at my friend. She done got arrested. Lord have mercy. Or I know of her. I didn't even know this was her name. Appreciating the right thing. Hold for Loudoun County FTA driver on revoked license. 42 comments.
Do we know that her husband, the son-in-law, do we know if he has a previous arrest record on anything? No, they haven't said nothing. Do they have a DWI? Does Annie, does the brother, have they ever been involved with the police? Because what's the reason of not liking them? When my son was passed, a homicide detective in D.C., I talked to him every 2 weeks. I wanted to call him every day, but I knew he had other cases and was very busy. But he always had time for me when I called.
Okay.
So I just don't understand them not liking the police.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm listening to y'all looking at some stuff.
Uh-huh.
Breaking news in my area. Mama's still up here.
Oh, I'm still
Shirley,
here. I'm just cleaning up some laundry.
quiet. You're so quiet.
Everybody stop and drink some water. If you got some vitamin C, take that too. Rehydrate. Gotta be strong. Jeez.
It's so funny. 2 hours and 11 minutes. Well,
What?
I was looking how long I've been on the live. I was just trying to check for, updates and stuff.
Yeah.
Latest updates and everything. Make sure we got. I'm sick of hearing about Steve Fish. He's always got something damn to say. I shot the sheriff. I was singing that the other day to myself. Like I was singing it on the live. I'm always doing something crazy. Where is this woman? Damn. Let's hear what they have to say about this Korberger. People hate when you mention Korberger. People didn't like when they were comparing the Korberger case to the Tepe case, but it's a home invasion. It is. Why not compare? What's the difference? Well, it's no big deal.
Emilio, what's your question? Yes, Brian. So you were one of the first reporters on the ground during the Brian Kohberger murders in Idaho and the Gabby Petito case. And based on what you've seen, what makes the law enforcement response in the Nancy Guthrie case different from other major missing person investigations you've covered? Yeah, it's a good question. With Brian Kohberger in Idaho, it's sort of the PR from the police department there was very different than what's happening here in Arizona. We didn't hear much from police or the FBI at all in Idaho. We were begging them for press conferences. We were begging them for interviews, and they were staying quiet, and we were critical of them, thinking that maybe they didn't have a lot of information behind the scenes. Well, it turned out later when we got all the documents, they actually had a ton behind the scenes. They just weren't doing any interviews. So I would say that's the major difference. Let me go to Maureen on this. If you remember with Idaho, they were quiet. Do you think that was the right tactic, or do you think what the sheriff is doing here with a lot of interviews? He hasn't done a press conference, but he does interviews almost every day. What do you think is the better way to go here?
I'm much more comfortable with the way they handled things in Idaho. As soon as I saw the chief of police in Idaho, I noticed that he had a yellow brick behind him, which means he went to the FBI National Academy. So I figured the FBI was going to be there pretty quickly, or at least he was consulting with them. But I just thought that no matter who they consulted with or whether or not he went to the National Academy, that I thought they did an outstanding job. And you saw where you see something like this really pay out is in the trial. When you protect the evidence and you protect the crime scene and you keep it tight and quiet, you're in a much better position when it comes time for trial. That being said, I think there are things that can come out that are relatively innocuous that you can let the public know, because in a situation like this, I mean, Nancy got ripped from her bed in the middle of the night, and the community is frightened and they're scared. And the same thing was true in Idaho. So they did what they could to quell those fears. But here, it's just there's just way too much back and forth, and the sheriff is just on every day. To me, it's just way too much.
Yeah, the messaging gets confusing sometimes.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now.
So what do you think about that? Keep it quiet or keep doing updates? Megan Kelly says, I want updates every day.
I think they do keep things close to the vest for court, for trial. Can't tell us everything.
This one here. We're going to talk about the FBI. Hold on a minute.
But just the fact that they went to Annie's several times and also did not return the car.
And there's a lot of talk about
People
whether
still
or
know.
not had been taken to Mexico. Now authorities have sort of squashed that idea, kind of gone back and forth. But is it really crazy to think this could be an option? Look at this, the Nogales entry. It is just about an hour and a half drive from here. You can actually make it shorter. We did it. And once you get there, you literally just walk over into Mexico. No questions asked. We did it. It's kind of crazy. They don't check your ID, nothing. You just walk right in. And there's this idea of how easy it would be to get Nancy's medication on the other side of the border. I went there with my team this week to investigate. Take a look at this. So we've seen a ton of pharmacies since we came in. There's a big one here. So you can get pretty much anything?
I mean, they still have controlled medicine or drugs, but like antibiotics or some other stuff that you can get without prescription in the state, you can get it here. It's easier. I go to Idaho.
What did he say?
He said that you can find some medicines here without prescription, that you require prescription there. It's talking specifically about the heart medicine that you need. It all depends what substance it is. It may be controlled here, it may not. So maybe you get good chances of getting whatever medicine you need here with no prescription. But also it depends on the substance. There are some substances that you need prescription, but also you can get a prescription.
That's the case. You should have took her medicine when you took her. You know what I mean? Who's going to spend her money on medicine?
How easy would it be to bring someone in, like if you had kidnapped someone?
It's very simple. If the local authorities aren't on alert, searching for somebody, I mean, thousands of people come across the border walking, and even
Well, she's not walking.
it's not until they have the alert of somebody
She's
missing
not walking.
they start looking at the camera footage.
Well, they should be looking in. They should be stopping the cars going in.
The person came across on foot or on a vehicle.
It really amazed me that you could get in so easily. Joining me now again is our panel, former FBI and Special Agent Maureen O'Connell, former Pima County SWAT.
Let's talk about that. Why are they letting people go in freely, walking in, driving in, but then they can stop you coming back? You know what I mean?
I don't believe that.
Well, they said it.
I
He said
believe
it.
you have to show your passport to get in.
Well, he said that. I watched the video the other day where he said he was concerned about the passport situation, and he walked right in. He parked the car because he had a rental. He was worried about the rental car going over, so he parked the car. They all walked in, and this is where you heard them. They were talking to different, Mexican people about this and that, and they walked their asses right back, got in their car, and came on back on over here.
Did they show ID of any kind?
I can't remember. I just know it wasn't no friction going over. My thing is, I'm thinking you get stopped because he didn't take the car in, so they walked in. Now, I would assume going in, they should be checking cars, but somebody the other day says they're not even checking cars, they're just looking at the camera. But
They
what's looking
are
at the
checking cars. They check cars for guns.
well, I don't know.
They don't like that.
I just think all that information sounded really strange to me. Nobody's checking cars
I
going.
just don't see them taking that chance, you know?
Well, I'm not going to take no woman over no border any type of way because I just hurt her. That don't make no sense. Who the hell's going to take a woman over there to Mexico for what? If you got to get checked coming back, you think they ain't going to look at her and wonder why you got this frail white woman in the car with a bunch of men, and more than likely they're probably Hispanic or young. It don't make no sense.
Right. That don't make any sense. And also, there is cartels that by the border. They don't want any more heat on them than they already got.
That's my point. Of all places for a criminal to go to and fro with an older lady who's probably ain't even breathing. What am I gonna take a dead woman over there for? I'm not gonna take her. She's alive.
All right, so we can throw that rumor in the garbage. Because if she is there, we'll never find her there either.
I'll play one more video and I'm gonna check out of here so I can eat me some dinner. It's late. I gotta quit eating so late.
Yes, ma'am. Well, it was really nice talking to you. Hope to do it again.
Okay,
Nice
well, listen
meeting
here.
you, Charity.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you, guys.
Nice
Thank you
meeting
all. Okay.
All right. Good night.
Have a good weekend, babe.
Volunteer search groups have inquired about being in the area. Per the sheriff, they were asked to please give investigators the space they need to do their work. Obviously, some people have been curious about the idea of people volunteering to go through the areas in and around Tucson to perhaps just look around and see if they can find anything. The threat continues. We appreciate their concern, and we all want to find Nancy, but this work is best left to professionals. PCSD is volunteer group opportunities that they wish to get involved with the department. It continues on. Private property laws apply, and it is up to each individual property owner to grant permission for someone to search their property. We'll let you know if we hear anything more from Pima County officials. Rebecca Castor with the latest wrap of what we know so far about the investigation as it stretches into 3 weeks.
For those of us on the outside of this investigation, it's hard not to get discouraged this far into it. 21 days ago, Nancy Guthrie was taken from her home behind me and still no identified suspect, but the search presses on. Between the Pima County Sheriff's Office and the FBI, authorities have been throwing everything at this investigation. They're working with Walmart, tech companies, and forensic scientists to track down the masked man and possibly other accomplices who took Nancy Guthrie. But with time waning on, neighbors say it's a struggle, but they're still holding out hope the 84-year-old will come home. This is really hard. Outside Nancy's home, yellow flowers and ribbons have been accumulating for weeks.
Yellow a lot of times means is a sign of hope and optimism. So I think that's what everyone's trying to express here with the yellow. Just hope they'll find her.
Raising the reward today at more than $200,000 could compel someone to come forward. It's why this Milwaukee lawyer donated nearly half the amount.
If the reward is $5,000, that might not motivate. If it's $100,000, I think that's enough to motivate anybody.
Yes.
Who has the right information.
Yes.
Savannah Guthrie, Nancy's daughter, is reportedly still in Tucson, but her last plea on social media was posted 6 days ago. Some law enforcement experts say it may be time for another post. In Tucson, Arizona, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
All right, let's talk about this for just a second. Then I'm going to check out of here. Thank you for your time. Everyone have a wonderful weekend. This person says another post. Why not do with formal interviews with the news? Is it because they're worried about their safety going out to the news station? Nobody is going to know when you're going to the news station. The only person going to know that you're there are the people who are working. And, I get it. You might get you a busy Karen or Ken that puts out, oh, they're leaving the station now. Maybe they get followed. But it's the IG social media thing is where I have the problem. This isn't usually how people put out information pertaining to missing people. When I jog my memory back to every story that I have covered on this network pertaining to a missing child, missing spouse, they always talk to the news. The news either came to their home or they went to the news station. This is probably the first time where a person is just uploading content to Instagram, which is to me impersonal. But like I said, maybe because, due to her fame, and this is possibly why her mom is missing, she'd rather or prefer to stay in a safe place and relay the messages, assumedly. But no searching from the family, nobody on the ground searching. At least the sister could search. I don't know how busy her business is that, she needs to be at the job. But let's be truthful. The sister, Savannah, she's not at her job and she makes way more money than the other brother and sister. The brother, I don't know if he had a job or not. He's down on the ground. Why not, like you say, be more visible? I don't know. Maybe I'm pushing the cart before the horse. I'm just putting out what some people are asking. But I can see the flip side of not wanting to be seen due to the fact a person has gone missing. So if I'm the catalyst to why they're missing, it would make sense to why Savannah would not want to be visible in a vigil, going to the news station. But the point is, how much cooped up can you be? But then we know people judge you when they start seeing you out. Next thing you know, somebody starts talking. Oh, they're at the restaurant. They're at the Longhorn. They're at the Piggly Wiggly. They're at the ice cream shop. As you all had something to say about the sheriff going to the basketball game. So people judge you. So it's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You can't go get groceries. You can't get gas. You can't do nothing because people are talking. Oh, your child's missing. Your husband's missing. Your mama's missing. What are you doing eating out? What are you doing at Olive Garden? So it's like I ask these questions, but then I have to catch myself and say, well, everybody is different. Everybody does something different. So since I thought they were scared. Yeah, that's why I said that is a good plausible reason not to go out. It's because there's a mad person walking around. They have snatched your mother. And if indeed Savannah is the reason for the season, I don't really think we need to be questioning why she doesn't want to be seen. She doesn't want to possibly end up a moving target. So I can understand why she doesn't want to be seen. So then we could ask the other siblings, Annie and the brother, are they going out? Or are they scared for their safety? I would say, why would they be scared when they're the ones who actually live in Tucson and they ain't went missing? I mean, not trying to be funny and not trying to say that the sister's better than them, but I'm just saying. You all had access to the brother and sister. Why you didn't kidnap them? I don't know if this is a stupid question. I'm just asking. You've got 2 other siblings in the area, allegedly. Because my understanding, the brother lived there too. So why you didn't kidnap them? And obviously they were easier to reach because the guy in California was able to call Tommaso and Annie. So what are you saying as the kidnapper? Well, the mother's more important than the sister and the brother. I'll kidnap her because that'll get her attention. So what is this actually about? Is this about grievance, infatuation, stalker? Savannah did something, said something on TV. Is this political? What is this about? Help the queen understand. Is it even about Savannah Guthrie? Is it even about her money? Is it about revenge? One of these people in the family did something. I'll take your mother because I know that's going to hurt you the most. The fact you can't see her, you can't touch her, you can't talk to her. She can't tell you anything. You don't know where she's at. You don't know if she's dead, alive. I'm going to torture you. And is it possible also they tortured Mrs. Nancy? What's going to be fucked up if we find out the scene was so gory? You would probably ask yourself, how could she have lived? Because you have heard that before. Oh, with the massive amount of blood left, we don't see how the person survived. Checkmate. What type of party are we talking here? What was left behind at the scene? Because the sheriff says, I know she was forced. So, sheriff, since you was talking so much, you should have just told us why you believe she was forced out of there. She didn't walk out of there. She didn't go, leave on her own. You think she's forced because what? She left the purse, she left the keys, she left the car. What? She's her favorite robe's missing. Why not enlighten us? Why not enlighten us? Oh, I'm sure something's going to be bad. That's probably why we're not hearing anything. It's probably going to be just like Idaho 4, when you do get the affidavit and you start hearing about how each person, died. This lady, it's probably not going to be nice what was left behind. We really don't know. We don't have a body to say. But I look at it like this. 84, you're bleeding. I'm thinking the worst. And I can see the little bit of spray, which looks like possibly she coughed up something out of her mouth. Not just a nosebleed, because it's little sprays. And you've seen that animated TV forensics, coughed up blood. And usually when you're coughing up blood, you got something really bad going on. You're either sick or you've been stabbed and or shot. And maybe that's what was in the backpack. So why did the perpetrator have a full backpack? What was in there? Tarp, blanket, sheet, something to pull her out in? What? Did he use her car? We're going to find out there's evidence in her car. These other guys who've been arrested, any evidence in their car? Are you all using a dog to sniff their cars out to get a hit on Nancy Guthrie? And also Annie's car. And also, does her husband have a car, boyfriend, whoever he is to her? Does he have a car? Because they only seized one car, which I find interesting. I did not hear that 2 cars were seized. Hello, Wesley Ogle. How are you doing? That's something nobody's talking about either. See, it's always something you forget when you're listening to true crime. Why are we only hearing about 1 car? And what did I tell you all a week or 2 ago? If I don't hear that Annie's car has been returned, I am side-eyeing her, because your car should be back by now. We got all these agents that Trump has sent in, and they've come in helicopters and drones. Why you don't have your car back? I want to hear that your car's back. It's maybe the car got put back and sent back to her, and that's why they said, okay, we're clearing everybody. Maybe Annie has her car back. Maybe that's why sheriff says everybody's cleared. They don't tell you everything. But now the more I sit here and talk to you guys, that kidnap game comes to my mind. Yes, I know it, honey, it has. Thank you for joining me. That kidnap game makes me sit here and think. Because you always have to remember that people resort to things that's familiar. Do we not? Do you not think about the things you did when you were a child, when you were a teenager? Your personality is formed as a young person, toddler. You already have an identity. A lot of things you do are still remnants from childhood, how you were raised, the people that taught you, whether you're Christian, non-Christian, how you dress, how you act, how you keep a house clean. You still carry some of those traits with you. What you eat, how you act, how you talk. So this kidnap game is still on my mind. What if somebody in this family has never forgotten about the kidnap game? It was a go-to in the moment of desperation. I need this money. Gotta have this money. I'm broke. Sick of being broke. Tired of being broke. I want to live. I want to do what other people do. I want to travel. I want to go to Paris. I want to go to Dubai. I want to go to New York. I want to live a little. I can't live a little because I ain't got the skill set to make that paper. My. Get rid of this old lady. She's dead weight. We'll play the kidnap game. Mommy used to play it with us. She won't mind. Boy, that would be cruel. Boy, that's a book in itself, is it not? This would make a hell of a good movie, I'll tell you. This would make a hell of a good movie. Honey. Let's role play, shall we? I said I was checking out here. Well, I'm still here. Role play. Somebody has never forgotten the kidnap game. And he or she, for whatever reason, has decided that mommy will be a casualty of war. Don't need her anymore. She's old. She's lived a full life. It's time for me to live. Time for me to have something to show for living. Love your mom, but deuces. You out of here. Get this rich sister down here. Pad these pockets. She'll feel sorry. She'll start handing out checks to me and Bubby. And I can live better. Do better. What if that is what happened? What if they are not cleared? What if the FBI has been digging in the lion's den and they've been plucking out little hairs from the lion's head and they're telling the sheriff, we've got a problem with one of these siblings. It ain't looking too good. I believe one of them or more involved, and we need them to sit real tight. Well, that's usually a word a lot of white people call their brothers Bubby. Sony, please stop. I'm trying to reenact. Do you mind, Sony, please? No, seriously. One of these kids has offed the parent. We've got evidence. But they told the sheriff to tell us they've been cleared so they can pop out. Some of you are saying, what does that mean, Queen? Pop out. You know, black folk terminology. Pop out, start getting comfortable. Because that's usually what happens to crooks. Fraudsters, they pop out. They start popping out, they start acting out, start wilding out. Is this what happened? Could it be they hired somebody, some lowlife, some punk head, some base head? Because I told you I do believe this perpetrator is a dope fiend. Because that's usually who people use to do these type of crimes. Go get Robbie. He's a base head. He'll do anything. He's like Mikey. He'll eat anything. Let's go get us a crackhead. He'll go take mama out for a couple dollars. Get the sister here. Start playing on her sympathy. She'll start handing out ducats. That means money. So I asked all these questions because I don't know what the hell is going on. So I just ask anything and everything. It's no disrespect to the Guthries. No disrespect to Mrs. Nancy. But I don't know. I can ask. I'm a human. Okay? That's what we do. We're humans. We ask. I'm not here to point the finger at anybody in this family. Let me make this clear. Well, let's role play and say that somebody in the family is involved. Could the kidnap gang have come back to, come to fruition. Hey, we used to play this game. Mommy will go along. She used to play it. She didn't mind playing it. And I wonder too, did you all ever ask your mother, well, why do we play this game every summer? See, I find that baffling. Every damn summer? Come on. See, I always thought the point of a game was that somebody wouldn't know that it was a game. So this is where I was confused in reading the stipulations. The cousin took the children out, packed them up in her little ragged-ass station wagon. They went up the highway to a payphone. They pretended that they're upset. The mother pretended she's upset, but then she tells them, I'm coming to get you. Well, at some point, everybody knows that this is a game. Then it's really not a game. Help me understand. See, I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings because I know somebody's going to get damn offended because people do. This is preposterous to me. It's just Queen. No, I don't understand this kidnap game. What's the motive if everybody knows that they're supposed to, they're shushing. You shush, you shush, you shush. Hey, I'm going to take you out of here. I'm going to call your mom. Or let me ask, did the kids not know the first time they played that it was a game? But then they had to know at some point because the mom says, I'll be there to get you in a couple of days. Well, if it's really a game and the kids didn't have no knowledge, seems like to me they'd be saying, well, damn, I ain't really worth nothing. She's coming in a couple of days to get us. I always tell people to pay attention to the information. Yeah, probably so, Sony. Oh, that's a good one, Sony. And then you got to ask yourself, why does Savannah mention the game in the book? Stay woke, everybody. I don't see the purpose in mentioning the game in my book. I could talk about faith and love and Christianity and having great parents and having a bonding relationship, but did I need to mention this kidnap game? And maybe somewhere in Savannah's mind, this wasn't really a big deal. This is just something we did for fun. But who's laughing now? We'll take you back to 1976, the movie Carrie. They're all going to laugh at you. They're all going to laugh at you. Who is laughing now? Savannah Guthrie. Because this shit ain't funny. Your mama is missing and probably gone. And I think that was the point of kidnapping your mother. They had no intention of playing any type of kidnap game. This shit was for real. They got rid of your mama, as somebody has been saying, to send a message to you or somebody in his family or to Nancy. Your time is up. And that's a cruel way of saying it, but the Queen don't sugarcoat nothing. And maybe somebody needs to hear this so some of you can be aware of your family and your dynamics and how you are living, that you cannot trust people, trust no one. And I know some people say, well, damn, Queen, we can't live if we don't trust somebody. I know. It's called blind faith. You see, really, you play what I would say the kidnap game every day. Do you not? I know there's somebody saying, here she go. Well, I got to do it. I wouldn't be Queen if I didn't. Are you not playing the kidnap game right now with somebody? I know a lot of you thinking, Queen, you're on a slippery slope. Nah, because somebody needs to hear it. Every day you're playing the kidnap game because you're fucking around with folks you don't know a damn thing about, and you're hee and kiki, and you know they ain't right, and you're still playing around with them. I know I'm guilty of it. I call a spade a spade. I think most of us know we've played the kidnap game too many damn times. And we're just here to tell the story. Kind of like that movie I recommended for you all to watch this weekend. Writer's Retreat. It's free on Tubi. Something the guy said in the movie, I don't want to give it away, but basically he was saying it's about survival. Who's going to survive to tell the story? Exactly. We all have survived many things in life, some horrific, but we are here by the grace of God. But sadly, Nancy, she didn't make it. I don't think she made it. Too old, too frail to be playing kidnap ransom games, imaginary board games. But basically, that is what we are looking at if you don't really understand where I'm going with this. Whether it was a game literally in the mind of the perpetrator, it is indeed a game because we as outsiders are trying to figure out where is Nancy, as well as the family, as well as law enforcement. Where is Nancy? Why was she removed? What happened to her in the house? How did the perpetrator get in? Where did he take her? What did he do with her? Are the ransoms real? Oh, it's a game, most definitely. But the point of the game is that there's supposed to be a winner. Checkmate. Now we're getting somewhere. Who is the winner going to be? Ding, 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 ding. That's what I want to talk to the perpetrator about. Come on, talk to Queen. Because I believe you've been listening to a lot of social media. You've been listening to the news. You've probably been in the chats. You've probably been commenting. Oh, I know you're watching because one, you should be scared as hell because Mr. Trump says he gonna give your ass the bang when you get arrested, bro. Or sis, or ma'am, how many of you there are? Mr. Trump says he gonna put y'all down. And I do agree. I do agree. You most definitely deserve the death penalty. Because you didn't have no business breaking in that old lady's house. You didn't have no business putting your hands on her. And if you did what I think you did, hell yeah, you deserve to be in solitary confinement until they decide to give you the damn needle. Because you didn't have to choose this road. And if it's about the money, that ain't your money. Don't nobody owe you no fucking money. You want to get out here and hustle? Get a YouTube channel. Get a TikTok channel. Get a Facebook channel, a page. Do what everybody else is doing. Run your mouth with a microphone, camera, iPad, computer. Make yourself useful. Oh, that's right. You don't want to do it like that. I want it now. I got to have the money now. So let's say this. You want it now, but you ain't got it now. If that was the ruse. Come on with it, Queen Preach. Imagine this stupid motherfucker wants the money so bad, and he and she and they are sitting around waiting on a payday, and Savannah ain't paid a damn dime. Come on with it, Queen. You got to admit that's the biggest joke besides this lady missing. See, y'all must thought white girl ain't got no hustle in her. Shut your mouth. Shut your damn mouth. Oh yeah, I'm taking you to church now. I'm going to take you to church because Nancy missed church service if indeed that's where she was supposed to be going 3 weeks ago. You underestimated that white woman. If this was about the money, honey. Oh, she'll pay. She gonna pay. She gonna pay for her mama. She love her mama. They always say it's a way of drawing a fool out. Queen gonna be the one to do it today. You know you were mad as hell. Whoever you are asking for this ransom money. I know you are hot damn butter. Because ain't nobody paid you no damn money. And you just keep writing TMZ, sending them stupid ass emails back to back, back to back. What you keep saying? I ain't gonna call you no more. I ain't gonna talk to you no more. And then you you jump right back in that damn stupid ass box and they stupidly repeat what you done said. See, that's why I said TMZ, y'all need y'all ass whooped. Because y'all stupid enough to be playing these fucking games. You don't play these type of games with folks. You don't give them what they want. Even if they don't have nothing to do with taking Nancy, you don't play these type of games. You make it hard for them to get the money. Damn. What planet are you from? You don't give a fool what he wants. And so right now, Savannah ain't gave up shit. You heard that, Sony? White girl said, I'm keeping my coins. I'm not giving up nothing. And I ain't trying to be funny, honey, but hell, she didn't cough up the $2,500 in the beginning. Maybe Savannah's telling y'all something that really you weren't expecting. I know somebody's out there like, ooh, Queen, please don't do it. Oh, but you know I will. Oh, you know I will. Say it, Queen. Or maybe I'll let somebody in the chat say it. I really like it better when you all say it and I don't. That lets me know you've been listening to what I've been saying. $2,500. Got to be more careful. $2,500. And still ain't added no extra money for her mother. Ooh, child, you can't make this up. Come on, somebody in the chat, just say it, please. Just say it. Don't make Queen say it. Got 33 watching. Don't make me say it. Come on, y'all. They want you to say it, Queen. You know how they are. They get a little comfortable when they come in the chat. Y'all gonna make me say it? Wesley, Sony, Perspective, OG Mama, come on now. Linda, y'all gonna make me say it? Don't make Queen say it. Because it's gonna sound cruel if it comes from me. Well, I guess not. Oh, Lordy. Was she that important to Savannah and her siblings? That's my point. Did law officials tell her to offer up that amount of money? Did they tell her to offer up any amount of money? Did they tell her not to offer anything? That's the question. Who told her to offer up a ransom money, reward money, off the rip? Or she just said to herself, I'll cough up $2,500. And what's sad to me is that when you see or heard what she is worth, $2,500 is chump change for one's mother. And sadly, the FBI came in at $50K. Then they answered it up with another $50K. And then this kind gentleman from Wisconsin has added $100,000 to the reward through Crime Stoppers. So we're sitting at $200,000 plus Savannah's $2,500. 202.5. Checkmate. Not a lot of money. Mrs. Guthrie, why is that? I don't mean to be cruel, but people are watching and people talk. They're wondering why you haven't done a prayer vigil. They're wondering why you have not, you're not really forceful coming out with the siblings anymore. Why are you and the siblings not doing videos? I'm just asking what they're asking. I don't even know if I care at this point. I'm just repeating what the people are asking. Where are they? Are they going to come out and make some more videos looking like zombies? I said that. And maybe they don't mean any harm. Maybe they are fucked up, jacked up because their mama's missing. Naturally, I guess you ain't supposed to be looking terrific. They're distraught. They're upset. They're confused. They're angry. They're bitter. They're mad. Excuse me. All the negative emotions you're supposed to be feeling because your mom is missing. But as some have said, and I'm saying it here, how long is this going to go on? This kidnap Hollywood shuffle. Because it's old. TMZ being the messenger is old. Whoever you are, you lump of clay, you keep emailing them, it's old. The news having to repeat what you told TMZ is old. And Queen repeating what you told TMZ versus what the news said is old. I'm old, damn it. Older. Get to the damn point. And I'm sick of Harvey with the chilling this and sophisticated this. Ain't shit sophisticated about this story. The only thing is, this motherfucker got away. Well, Kohlberger, he had got away at first too, right? For 6 weeks until somebody pushed his mom and daddy's door in. Boom, boom, boom. You got the right to remain silent. There you have it. So perhaps they do have something on this Joker. I hope they do, because I want to end into this, because this is crazy and it's sad. But the flip side is that there are many people missing in America, and baby, they've been missing a while. They were fooling with the wrong one and got caught up. And the person got them gone and they're not alive. That's why they're missing, because they're not breathing. They're not hiding out. They're not at the casino. They ain't took no trip nowhere. They ain't in the islands. They are DEAD. And I got a feeling this lady is DEAD. I just want to know why. Tell Queen why. Just tell me why you did it. Because all in all, even if the person that took Nancy out of the house is not the person writing the ransoms, pay attention to what I'm saying now. You had no intention of having her live. And that's deep right there. That is deep. So I'm sick of you motherfuckers talking about robbery gone bad. A robbery gone bad is somebody coming home from work on lunch and the robber's inside. And they go toe to toe up and out. You went to the store, came back, the robber's in your house. But even if you are beat up, hurt, shot, stabbed, they don't take you out. What purpose do they have to take you out? They now have committed a damn homicide. They ain't gonna carry you out the damn house for. Now they got to worry about dropping you out, leaving DNA in their damn car, their truck. Hell no. Leaving you right here. So I got this sick feeling that, hey, somebody wanted that woman dead. Let's stop sugarcoating this. Stop talking that crazy people talk. Y'all talking that old TV Lifetime shit about robbery gone bad. Ain't no robbery gone bad. Somebody deliberately walked in that woman's house to kill her. Boom. Checkmate. We're going to stop this foolishness. Now, CNN, Fox, Megyn Kelly, Vinnie Politan, talk about that. Talk about that. Talk about the fact somebody went in that woman's house to unalive her. Stop dicking the public around with this foolish talk of robbery gone bad. How is it a robbery gone bad and you tiptoeing at somebody's Nest camera at 1:45 with a full backpack and gloves and a damn mask on with a gun? Come on with it, Queen. Because somebody think you slow. And slow I am not. This joker went there with a damn gun and you steady talking about robbery gone bad? What you want him to do? Write a letter saying, hey, I'm the person that went in Nancy's house. I deliberately went in there to kill her. It ain't none of your business. Why? You figure it out. That's your damn job. Like some guy said the other day, you got to think like the killer. I was watching him. He was so cool eating out this little cup of food. I about got scared looking at him. I thought, where did this white man come from? He's scaring the hell out of me because he was too cool when he was saying it. But he's right. Who told you it was a robbery gone bad? Come on, talk to the queen. Who told you people that was a robbery gone bad inside of Nancy's house? I want to hear this. Because that's the one thing ain't nobody explained. Why they know it's a robbery gone bad. Oh, that's right. Because they took the body. I said these people ain't got no sense. Since when do people start taking the bodies out? Help me understand. Especially if the joker don't know her. He ain't got no reason to take her out of there. Unless, as somebody said, he's trying to send a message. He's trying to hurt the Guthrie family. Hurt one of the children deliberately by taking her out and making them worry about where she is. They want the kids to guess where Nancy is because that would hurt you, would it not? Wondering, where is my mother? I'm going to make you suffer. That's the word I'm looking for. Or make you suffer. As they say in the street, I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to make you suffer. Or make you wonder where your mama is. Every waking second, minute, hour, I want you to wonder where your mama is. I want you to wonder why I came in her house like a thief in the night and I took her out of there. And hell yeah, I put my hands on her, and now catch me if you can. Oh, he's a cocky motherfucker. Don't get it twisted now. He might be scared. He might have even gone underground. And as they say, you better look for somebody who has poof, poof, disappeared. Somebody who has left work, haven't returned back to work. Somebody that's ran off with somebody's money, car keys, car. Come on with it, queen. Because this little duck is probably scared. But then the flip side is you're dealing with a full-blown psychopath, and he ain't scared or worried, and he's still eating McDonald's and Taco Bell. Which is it? See, people like this scare the fuck out of me. You know, robbing people is one thing. Stealing a car is one thing. But not when you're pushing open doors. Because even if this was 12 o'clock noon, it's still a violation. Somebody coming in your house, walking around, rambling through your things. You still wouldn't feel safe even if they just came in the house and stole some money and jewelry and walked out. They have made their way in your house. How can you feel safe knowing somebody's been in your house? So guess what? Last night, Xfinity sent me a little notification, which I thought was so interesting, to ask me, do I want a motion sensor in this little apartment? Now, naturally, I'm here all the time, so I know what's shaking and baking up in here. But it lets me know I can turn it on, turn it off. I can go away, and it'll let me know if somebody is tiptoeing in this apartment while I'm gone. Thank you, Xfinity, because I sure got it turned on right now. I'm going to have it on even while I'm here because I might fall asleep and I want this phone to ping, ping, ping if I'm not off. But like I always say, what can you do if you're asleep? Nothing. That's why this lady should have had an alarm. And I don't want to put blame on Nancy, the children, but somebody should have stood in the gap and asked. Because when you look at the fact that she had cameras on the house, the back of the house, on that back building, allegedly, one would have to say, well, why are you going to have all these damn cameras, but you ain't got no damn alarm? That defeats the purpose. Fuck them Nest cameras. I told a lady that last week, and she said, I got mine inside. I don't got it outside. Okay, what difference do it matter about it being inside if they're coming in like this joker? All dressed up, take your shit, come out, keep it moving. Now you got to see if your neighbor's got Ring camera and see how he got in, if he walked in, rode a bicycle, drove a car. He still violated you. He'd have been in your damn house. I want the AD damn T. You know, Queen ain't no joke. I want the A damn and the DT. Soon as you step up, I want you to hear AI talking to you. Alexa Part 2, Pookie, Ray Ray. Step away from the door, please. Step away from the door, please. How may I help you, please? You're now violating this address. Hey, let it talk shit. That's what the hell you want. You want a talking damn alarm. And let it beep, 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 beep like a fucking car horn. As a matter of fact, it can have a red alert like we getting ready to go to war. Whoop, whoop. Scare the hell out of you. Too much technology out here right now. Ain't nobody gonna tell me we ain't got no talking alarms and beeping alarms and bullhorn alarms. You know damn well we got them. It's a matter of you paying the due bill. That's what she needed. At the door, glass doors, windows, everywhere. So when the person walked up, start rambling at the door handles, it starts beeping. So you already know, it's going straight to the police department, sheriff's department. I better leave this house alone. So now we have to ask the ultimate question. Inside job, family, descendants, somebody that knows the old lady. She fell out with somebody, pissed somebody off. Somebody sent somebody on their behalf. There's something that nobody has asked that I find very interesting. None of you have asked if a neighbor did this. Hot damn. How you know she ain't fell out with one of her neighbors? Don't think because they got all them damn cactuses and them bushes, she couldn't have fell out with somebody. For all we know, somebody was letting the Rottweiler Cane Corso loose, shitting all over the property. She didn't ask them nicely, could you please put your dog up? Could you please put your dog up? I like to sit outside. I like to, chill. Hey, your dog got loose and ate one of the squirrels. See, you don't ever know. Oh, because let me tell you something. Many of people have fallen out about them damn animals. Yes, yes, and yes. Could she have had a disagreement with a neighbor and they sent somebody to pay her a visit? Did she offend one of her Uber drivers, delivery persons, somebody from her old church? Because I find that interesting as well. Oh yeah, Queen been doing some thinking, honey. You ain't came forward with a vigil for your so-called church member. What did you tell us? Oh yeah, she's regarded. Nancy's regarded. We still think about her, or some old bullshit the way you worded it. But what I find strange is ain't none of you said, well, on this day, we're going to have a prayer vigil at the church for Nancy. We want everybody to come out so we can gather and pray for her safe return. So, Queen gonna ask, because I'm good at asking questions. Why did Nancy really leave the church? Was it because of COVID or something else? Because some gonna say, as Megan would say with her nosy ass, she's still going to people's houses. So what's the difference between that and going to church? Megan, you might be on to something with your little messy ass. Yeah, I'm talking about you because you've been doing some old shiesty shit up there on that podcast, talking bad about this white woman and her friends at NBC, how they all tricksters and they kiki-keying while she gone. That's what they're supposed to do, bitch. Because they trying to keep their checks. You just mad because you ain't got no damn full-time damn job. You got to sit up here like us on YouTube and you just make more money because you got sponsors. But you better slow your damn roll. Because let me tell you something. Just as quick as somebody went in there and stole her mama, they could steal your damn mama. You better slow down, sister. Because you're doing too much rapping at the tongue. Yeah, I said it. You talking too damn much. You talking way too much for somebody that's up here talking and breaking news. And matter of fact, you talk about more controversial things than Savannah does. So you really need to slow down. Before you end up having a nasty accident your damn self. I'm just saying. You know how people are out here. They get upset over the smallest of things. Especially due to the fact that that's why you lost your job, because you thought it's okay for somebody to wear blackface for a Halloween costume. Oh yes, Queen has been getting all the little goodies. And I've been listening to your little racist tale. But I'm going to put you on the back burner because I see you're too messy for my taste. You're real messy. There's a way of doing things, and you getting out of hand. Who is the perpetrator? What was his motive? Her motive? Is it a couple? Some experts think it's a couple, a guy and a girl, guy and a lady. Who are they? Family members, descendants? This relative that got arrested for some Amazon robbery? Somebody trying to reenact this kidnap game from childhood and use Nancy as the bait? Or is this payback for the kidnap game? Somebody said, well, mommy liked playing the kidnap game. She thought it was cute to have us jump in this little raggedy ass station wagon. So we're going to do her one better. We're going to give mommy a taste of her own medicine. Could this be one of her children giving mother payback for some way back? See, you'll be surprised the anger that children can hold against their parents. Vice versa. We have children who don't like their siblings, children who don't like their parents, parents that don't like their siblings, parents that don't like their spouses, jealous siblings because their children are doing well, more productive, wealthy, descendants jealous because somebody in the family is making a lot of money, famous. They're not up there doing what they're doing. They don't have their money, their clout. You'd be surprised what could drive a person to revenge. The smallest of things people are jealous and envy of. You know what I mean. I used to look at my Facebook friends years ago, and I used to say, wow, they're always going places, doing things, taking trips over here, over there, and never saying, oh, they don't deserve it, they shouldn't be doing that. But I would think about it, wow, they're doing a lot. Wish I was traveling more, going places, doing things. But never wishing them ill will. And there's nothing wrong with that because it's in the scripture. God says you are allowed to have desires of the heart. Let me make that clear. But he didn't tell you to go shove no old lady in no car to try to get no damn ransom money or deeds to a house or estate or a Subaru. You see where I'm going. That is not allowed. Shame on you. As I said, is this bait? Nancy is the bait to get the sister on Saul, to manipulate and con and bamboozle her, to give up some money, to sell the house, divide it up, divide the checking account, whatever they can get. And maybe get some money from sister girl. See, I'm on top of this. Because I'm thinking of every rational, irrational reason. As some guy said, you got to think like the kidnapper to understand why we are here. So that's what I've been doing. Sadly, that is what Queen has been doing, and it's causing her to have nightmares. So I want to make this last little conversation about this lady, because big girl got to be able to go to sleep, and I got to be able to wake up and not feel petrified when I open my eyes. Because I don't do nightmares well. And I must say, the nightmare I had this morning, it was ugly. And I'm praying that what I dreamt is not what actually happened to Nancy Guthrie. Because the only difference in this dream is that I live to tell the story. But as I told you in that dream, after what the person did to me, I ended up needing a pacemaker. Imagine that. That shit was deep. Now, maybe the universe is trying to tell me what actually happened to Miss Mrs. Guthrie, or it's just my subconscious at work because I keep listening to this crazy stuff in my damn sleep, and I'm waking up out of my sleep, flipping the channels to see what's the latest. I can't listen to this no more. It's troublesome to me. It's too real because it is real. And the one thing I've learned about people is that it does not take much to set a person off to dislike you, hurt you, harm you. And as I said to you all earlier in the week, this is pure hate. This is pure hate, hatred, bitterness to why Nancy is gone. And in my eye, alive, deceased, whichsoever, it's still hatred, because this is just dirty. Take an old lady out of her house. If it was a 20-year-old, 40-year-old, the game is still the same. Somebody has hatred for her. And even if you want to say, well, Queen, they just did it because they don't like Savannah. And you missing the whole picture, baby. Say that again. The hate is just for Savannah. Oh, no. No, baby, it don't work like that. The hate is for everybody. Don't get it twisted now. So I really had to go in the belly of the beast about this case to understand who the kidnapper is and why he's where he is in this storyline. This is hate. No matter the motive, no matter if he was hired, no matter if it's a hiring by a child or relative, no matter if he thinks old lady did something to him, said something to him, one of his friends, family members, he saw her, he became enamored, he's stalking her, stalking Annie, stalking Savannah, he's schizophrenic, he has an imaginary relationship with Savannah, Annie, or Nancy. It was hate. The day he bought the gloves, the hat, the backpack, the gun holder. Don't get it misunderstood. At the very moment when he signed off, he said to himself, I don't like none of these folks. That's why it don't even matter. Because when you go to court, judge is not getting ready to be bartering with you about the why. He or she don't give a damn. You understand what I'm saying to you? He or she is not going to barter with you about why you were in this old lady's house. Why you playing around with bushes on a damn Nest camera? Why you covered up like you get ready to go to war somewhere in fucking Afghanistan? You with fucking ISIS. What the hell are you doing in her house? Why you put your hands on her? Why is she bleeding? Where is she? Exactly. You can't give no logical reason. You can't say, he, they, she put me up to it. I just needed the money. I get high. I get drunk. I just needed a couple of coins. I needed the crypto. I need the Bitcoin. I needed some ransom money. I'm broke. I need to feed my family. The judge don't want to hear that shit. Don't tell you what, you should have got your ass a job. You didn't have no business going in that lady's house. And that's what some of you need to understand about this crime. Stop saying a robbery gone bad. He didn't have no business in there at 1:45. Where did you think she was? In Dubai? Think. It is almost 2 a.m. and you are creeping around somebody's fucking front door, and I'm supposed to believe, oh, he just going to get a sandwich. He gonna steal some jewelry and creep around the person's bedroom while they sleep. He ain't gonna try to wake them up. Huh? Are you serious? It don't matter what he thought. Let me make this clear. It don't matter what he thought. What he thought was going to be outside, camera, drone on the top of the fucking building, it don't matter. He didn't have the right to be there. This motherfucker is evil. I don't care if he didn't know her. He didn't know that she had a famous daughter. Somebody hired him. You are still evil for carrying your dumb ass in there. Because you going to get time on kidnapping even if you didn't even hurt the lady. And you breaking and entering. And you got a weapon. God forbid you have a criminal record already, a felony with a gun charge. You didn't have no business in there. And ain't no way I'm going to sit here and believe this thing did not know somebody lived at this address. Hell yeah, he knew. All the houses on the block, you chose this brick house. Why? I've seen houses behind Nancy, beside her, that look newer and look like they got mad paper too. They got mad money too. And more than likely, they got more money in their bank than Nancy has in her account. But yet you chose this little one-level rancher. Why? Why you choose this house? It's going to be really disturbing if we find out her kids are behind this. And I don't like dwelling on that because it could be something random like Idaho 4, because you see how bad that case got. You all threw a lot of decent people under the bus, and you talked about them people like dogs. And I made sure I never accused the ex-boyfriend, the guys at the food truck, the neighbor, the other neighbor that was a chef, because I had no idea. Because what did I say years ago? I don't know these kids. I don't know who their friends are. I don't know what type of people they are. I don't know what they have been into. I just know this is a jacked up situation. These kids got butchered the way they got butchered. And ain't nobody seen and heard nothing. And look what happened. A complete damn stranger. Complete stranger. Just saw some pictures online and he lost his damn mind and started stalking these kids just as soon as he touched down on soil. So I pray it's not anybody related to Nancy or any type of friend, acquaintance. But the flip side of the coin could be this is random and somebody decided on this fateful morning that he wanted to exact harm against her individually or whomever lived in the house. He wanted to make somebody suffer. He wanted somebody to later worry about their loved one. He was a random perpetrator. She was a random victim. And to me, that's scary as hell. Because you don't know the hour that somebody that you like and love had dealings with would turn on you and break in your house and hurt you, gun you down at work or after work. But to come in your house, in your bedroom, like a thief in the night, is scary as hell. And this would put absolute fear in the average human being if it is random. Thank you for your time. Like, share, subscribe. Drop your comments below this video. Take the polls on my community page. Follow me on the Newsbreak app. You can get all the breaking news in America and abroad. You can also get news in your local city and town. You'll get a notification when I comment under an article in my post. And also, if you'd like to donate to this great network, $Big Angie 129 Cash App. Stickers and chats are always welcome during the live stream. Thank you all so much for listening. Have a safe weekend. Please be aware of your faculties. Please be aware of who you talk to, what you tell, what you talk about, what you say. If you have elderly parents, family members who do not have an alarm system on their house, please tell them that they need to get one. Not just the Nest cameras, but they need an alarm with motion lights, sensors, and you also need sensors, motion for inside, for when you are away or you are in another room, because some of you may have large homes. You need to know if someone has walked in, that's what the alarm is for. Door open, door closed. Amen. Prayers for the Guthrie family, everybody. Prayers for our country. Prayers for our neighbors. And prayers for our children. Justice for Nancy Guthrie. You've been listening to the Vault XL.